This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Dun 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No. Nope.
Y'all, just stop.
Welcome to DBL. It's Thursday, November 4th. I am Tori here with Jeff and Al, my good friends. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. You both look fantastic today.
Well, thank you.
You as well, Tori.
Thank you very much. I wasn't fishing, but
Absolutely were.
I was. All right. There are a lot of very upset NFL fans today, and we're going to get into it. So Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID yesterday and will not play in Sunday's game. But here's what's really bothering people. They think Aaron may have lied about his vaccination status, with multiple sources now saying he's, quote, unvaccinated. But check out what Aaron told reporters back at the end of August. Take a look.
Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized. You know, there's guys on the team that haven't been vaccinated. I think it's a personal decision. I'm not going to judge those guys.
So Aaron has also been seen on the sidelines at press events without a mask, which goes against current NFL COVID protocols for unvaccinated players. You both love football. You both love Green Bay?
I'm a Bears fan,
You're
which
a big
is
fan
the
of Bears
rival
fan.
of
Your rival. All right, good to know.
Yes.
Talk to me about, was this a good move? Was this lying? What do you think?
I want to go back to you because you're kind of the lawyer-ish person.
Yeah,
That's
lawyer-ish.
okay.
I
See how I'm using my words?
Lawyer-like.
Was he using his words? In a court of law, would he be found guilty or innocent with what he said?
With a good defense lawyer, you could say that he did not lie.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, do I think that that's okay? Absolutely not. I think a reasonable person listening to him would think, I'm vaccinated. And that is a flat out lie to your community and the people who trust you and the scientists and the kids who look up to you. Do I get why he did it? Yeah. Do I agree? No.
Why do you think he did it?
Because I think it canceled everything out so you didn't have to talk about it.
Right. Which is the point I was going to make, right? Get vaccinated. We're all vaccinated. We don't need to go there. Let's go this way.
Let's talk.
Let's talk about society, right? He wants to talk about football. He's an NFL quarterback. He doesn't want to get into politics, perhaps, about getting vaccinated, not getting vaccinated. Did he lie? I don't know. Maybe he did. But that's not what he's there for. He's not there to answer political questions. He wants to move things along, right? So what he did, if he says, I'm not going to get vaccinated, that's my choice, I don't have to because the NFL doesn't have a mandate for me to. Every day he's going to go into that press room and they're going to ask him questions about vaccines. So does he want to go that way, or does he need to change, or does society need to loosen up a little bit? Not about this specifically, not about vaccines or things like that. But if you're like, I don't like Beyonce. You don't? You're racist. What?
You mean we jumped so far?
I mean, if you say I like Trump, forget it. You're definitely racist. You know what I mean? There's certain things that we say are the way we say them. You get this label put on you nowadays in society. And that's where I kind of wanted to go with this, because I don't know where we're going to go with the vaccine.
Well, the thing is, I'm fine with avoiding labels by avoiding that question. I don't know if the media has a place to ask that question in a public setting. They'd just be like me asking, do you have asthma? Like in front, that's not my business. That's not the world's business.
So he could have responded, none of my business is what you're saying.
Yes, but that would have caused more of a firestorm. Right. What I am saying, and let me make this more personal. Yesterday, I had somebody in my home for a DBL shoot that was happening inside my home that, for a fact, has a child that's immunocompromised. I have a child that's immunocompromised. I assume and I know for a fact that this person has been vaccinated. I have been vaccinated and boosted. So I want them to know that as they enter my home, and I want to know that as they enter my home before I fly to LA in a couple of days. So when we're talking about on a one-to-one level, teammates in a locker room, like, hey, just to let you guys know, this is the deal. That's fine, because he knows those teammates. I look you in the eye. I know your daughter. I know your son. I know your husband. That's one thing. The media, if he had even given the answer he gave, I would be okay with it, because I truly don't believe it's there. I don't believe it's there. I don't think your medical information is people's business.
I agree with you. Then say it's not my business. By saying wait, let me finish. Okay. By saying I'm immunized, you're implying you got vaccinated. If you said that's private and I'm dealing with my teammates, I get you. But you're now telling people, the people who go to the stadium, the children that watch, they're all believing you. And by the way, we don't know 100% true. He isn't. This is all speculation. But if he isn't, I think he purposefully misspoke and he misled the public. And I don't think that's great as a public speaker who's a role model.
He's not a public speaker.
Public role model. Excuse me, a public role model. You're absolutely right. He's a public role model, and he should know that that platform holds some kind of responsibility.
But he's putting out the message you want him to put out. He's putting out the right message.
But now his message is he lied.
we don't know that 100%.
Agreed.
And
Right?
also,
So why are we just saying things to make the media and social media happy? We're just saying that. How many people say that they hate Trump's guts? If you ask all of America, they would say, I hate Trump's guts, right? Some people would say yes. It wouldn't be 50% that said yes. I could promise you that. That's the point I'm making. People aren't speaking their truth because they're afraid of the pushback of social media and society.
Which I get, but is it okay then to lie?
I don't know. I don't know if he lied, and I don't know. First of all, if that question should have been asked, and also I don't know if the fact that he is good at throwing a football makes him automatically a public role model that needs to say the public narrative.
I'm not going to.
A lot of people would look at what he's doing and taking autonomy over his body and saying
then
that's a brave thing to do.
This is none of your business, and I respect my privacy.
They're not going to talk to him about football anymore.
Then don't lie. You think lying's okay?
If he goes, this is my body, it's my choice, right?
Right.
Every single meeting, because what do people want? Headlines.
Right.
Aaron, are you vaccinated? You tell me right now.
Right.
Well, I just threw for 300 yards. You want to know about that? No, obviously you guys have a different narrative because you're doing your job. Let me do mine. I'm a football player.
I agree, but he's also a public figure. And in a public figure, that realm includes a responsibility of a platform speaking out to millions of people.
He's giving you the message that you want to hear. He's giving it to you.
But then we find out he lied. So that's even worse.
What do politicians do?
He's not a politician.
Right, he's a football player.
But he's also a public figure. Maybe that's where we differ here. You're saying he doesn't.
So if you're a public figure because you're great at acting, automatically you're a public figure and you have to give your opinion on your political views?
You chose to go into that and knew you'd be a public figure. With all the perks you get,
that's not
you
true.
have to come with some kind of a platform.
You do that because you love it as a little kid.
Okay.
That's what you do.
You also know you're getting press, you're getting free stuff. You know you're getting that. So that's why you
So you have to give your political views on life?
No, but you certainly don't lie to people. It's a slap in the face to scientists who have figured out the vaccine, in my opinion.
But I'm saying just in general. You're saying like the vaccine.
Why do you think it's hard to like sue for defamation from a public figure? Because they have a higher scrutiny because they knew they were getting into that position.
But he's pushing a narrative that you want to hear.
I don't want to hear a lie. I want to hear it's none of my business. I want to hear that's not appropriate. I don't want to hear clearly a lawyer told him to say immunized so that you could get off on that.
I use Beyonce as an example. I love Beyonce, by the way. Where's the camera? I love her. I use the example just as a joke, right? I made up that a long time ago, and I think it really holds water. I hate Trump. You can't say you like Trump, and you can't say you don't like Beyonce.
But those are apples to oranges.
It's not apples to oranges. It's scrutiny from the media. If I say, listen, Beyonce's not my favorite. Again, love Beyonce. If I say I don't like Beyonce, the Beehive comes after me. People assume that I'm racist. People assume that I don't support black women.
But that's a clear statement.
They make this crazy statement.
But what he did was, in my opinion, he misled. When you're saying I don't like Beyonce, there's no misleading.
Yeah, there is. I lied. Again, I didn't.
I'm simply saying, I think to say that he didn't lie is playing lawyer and not great.
But that's your world.
I agree, but I think you have a responsibility as a public figure to not mislead the public. I really do. Boom!
Al, thanks for getting my back in there, buddy.
Thanks, Al.
I feel like I earned my money this second. I was just like, this is entertaining.
Yeah,
that was a great discussion.
All right, and we're still friends.
Yes.
You know how it works. It can happen.
See, I'm lying. Yeah, we are.
Coming up on DBL, you're awful. Coming up on DBL, from the original cast of Saturday Night Live, Lorraine Newman stopped by. What was it like working alongside Bill Murray? But first, a new study says men suffer more heartbreak than women during a breakup. Great shot. Do you agree? We're chatting about it next. What are these pictures?
Closed captioning provided by
So, Al, if you had to pick a winner, whose side are you on?
I think you guys.
This is your microphone.
I'm not going to give you guys like the whole. I feel like both people were right. I feel like.
No, I totally hear Tony's side.
More with you in that he did not sign up to be a public figure by being a good quarterback. There are people like Marshawn Lynch who actually got famous for saying, I don't want to speak, I don't want to talk to the media. That is not inherently part of your job. Your job is to take the ball and try and run to the end zone. Now, it would be foolish to say that that's not part of your job as being, especially a quarterback, being the face of the franchise.
People looking up to you.
So we have to live in reality. So I do get that. But I do understand that he does not have to get vaccinated. He does not. There is no mandate.
I didn't say that ever.
And he does have a responsibility to not create a firestorm around the team, to figure out a way to say
a distraction.
am not vaccinated without causing an explosion, which we are seeing happen with the Brooklyn Nets right now, with Kyrie Irving not saying.
Of course.
And people are rushing the stadium.
But then I'd rather him say no comment than this. Let me ask you. If
No, that implies you're guilty.
Okay, then let me say this. If you're a reporter who has a son or daughter who's immunocompromised in that room, and he says, I'm I always get it wrong, immunized, you have a false sense of security around him now. Because he has said to you.
But you should be doing all of.
I know that,
yes.
but in your head, in reality, that can hurt someone's life. That can endanger someone's life.
They know that only a certain percentage of those players are vaccinated. So you're going in there with that mentality, knowing I don't know who is and who isn't.
But you don't think that's a false pretense of people who are near him thinking I'm immunized means I'm vaccinated?
Yeah,
but
that's a good point. But I'm saying in general.
No, I hear you. It was a good debate. It's fair.
I mean, the sad thing is that he's kind of proven right by using that rhetoric, because Kyrie Irving, somebody that did come out and was honest about it,
had a big thing.
It's been
that's all they talked about.
Shattered the team.
But the NBA has different mandates than the NFL. Why did I say
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop. I know. You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as guns.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. Welcome back to DBL. So, who do you think suffers more heartbreak from breakups, men or women? Well, a new study says men in heterosexual relationships feel more pain. This guy makes me so sad, than women following a breakup. The study looked at data from more than 104,000 people. It suggests men are more, quote, emotionally invested in relationships than previously thought, and that might be why they suffer greater heartbreak. DBL Nation, what do you think? Who suffers more, men or women? Go to dblvote.com right now as we chat about this. I was a mess for every heartbreak for like a year.
Really?
Chamomile tea, indigo girls,
Why?
poetry. Oh, my heart, I love with all my heart, and when it's broken, it's like shattered. So I can't even picture anyone going through anything worse. I get just invested.
Yeah, I could see that.
But is there a difference between men and women, how shattered you get? I was brokenhearted, right? I'm very passionate.
Yeah, you're emotional.
Yeah, I'm very emotional. So, like, I love hard, I hate hard.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
that's
everything
honest.
in between. So, do you think there is a difference between men and women when it comes to heartbreak?
I will say this, and I hate to kind of specify genders, but I do think that men overall, our behavior in relationships, until we are ready to be a mature, functional part of that relationship, is poor at best. And I'm being nice to the fellas. I'm including myself. I was terrible until like a couple years ago. So I think women from the age of, and that's why I'm glad they're specifying heterosexual, women that have dated men since they were 13, 14, first boyfriend on through their 30s, are kind of used to, like, okay, here's the one whose hat's backwards and plays video games, and this is the one that smokes weed as soon as he gets home, and this one never comes home and has a weird lie. I think they're used to terrible dudes, so they don't get as invested, whereas guys, when we go all in, we're like, I can't believe she left me. I think men, we can't believe that we've been left.
I think we are the exact same, men and women.
Yeah.
But society allows women to be more emotional and doesn't allow men to be that way. So now we're finding out, oh, they're more invested. That's because society has made you guys a tin lid. Is that a thing?
No.
Okay.
What were you trying to say?
Like, society doesn't let you express your emotions. Women are always allowed to be in heartbreak, eating ice cream in the movies.
Like
Y'all
a woman, you're like, you're heartbroken. A man, you're like, get over it.
Get over
man.
it, exactly.
Yeah.
So I think we're the
point.
same. It's just society told us differently.
You know what else is interesting, too? How we handle sickness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I'm sick and I have the flu,
You're the
Jordan's
worst.
like,
It's so
"What?
annoying."
Are you a child? And I'm like, I need this.
Brooks
like,
is the worst.
So I think there might be
I'm
more of
so
a difference
sick.
in sickness rather than
I
heartbreak.
would definitely agree
That's
with
so
that.
true.
Because I'm always like, I think I'm dying.
Yeah. Me
too.
I don't know what
So
that feels like, but
annoying.
this feels like it.
And like your wife's giving birth. I'm fine. She's fine. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, buddy.
All right, what's the end? Women, 60% say women suffer more than men, 40% say men.
Why aren't you reading off the prompter instead of looking up
I
in
have
the air
bad
like you're
eye
just
vision.
having like
I
some
have
kind
bad
of
vision.
epiphany
I
up
have
here?
bad vision.
Okay.
Coming up on DBL, Lorraine Newman gets a character
That was
for us
so strange.
to promote her new series. Don't miss our hilarious interview with the SNL star coming up next.
Hey.
all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th, and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website, so double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Welcome back to DBL. She is one of Saturday Night Live's original cast members and has dazzled audiences throughout the decades with her hilarious characters and comedy. Lorraine Newman joined us earlier on today's Chatting with the Stars. I hear you're in a closet. Is that right?
Thank you so much.
You're in a closet right now?
I am coming to you from my professional recording studio in Century City known as my closet.
It sounds great, though. It sounds wonderful.
It does. Okay, so Lorraine, your former SNL castmate Dan Aykroyd recently said that he thinks hurtful comedy should get canceled altogether, and we were wondering what you thought about that take.
I did not hear him say that. I don't think that mean comedy is funny, but it's all very subjective, and what would constitute hurtful and mean to one person might not be so for someone else.
True.
If that's the most diplomatic answer I can give. I mean, you know, there is something very juvenile about comedy, and that can get to be hurtful, but if you understand that it is coming from a place of the bluntness of the adolescent, so to speak, you don't have to feel so bad about it.
Smart.
I mean, that's full disclosure, Lorraine. I actually just listened to a podcast of yours with Dana Gould. Maybe it was like an hour and a half. I listened to it a couple weeks ago, so I'm a big fan coming into this interview. So I just, and I'm glad I'm talking to you because I wanted to ask you about this. Your new memoir, "May You Live in Interesting Times," speaks about your experiences on SNL, on Saturday Night Live. But one thing I really wanted you to talk about was you said that your car was robbed before your audition and they stole all of your material.
No.
Like and you still had to go into the audition. So please, as somebody that's in entertainment, that's my worst fear.
Okay, well, actually, I did not know I was auditioning when Lorne first saw me at the Groundlings and came to see me a second time. That was my audition, unbeknownst to me.
Wow.
And then when I got there, he was the only person who knew my work. So he said it'd be a good idea to do a show for the writers, which was a very reasonable thing to ask. But I had all my written material and costumes in my car, and the car was stolen. Mm-hmm. So it was just, you know, I want to say a you-know-what show, but I don't know what the limitations are for.
Appreciate you.
That's about it. That's about the limit.
Yeah.
Well, what's it like hanging out with your former SNL co-star, Bill Murray?
You know, we've all mellowed in our dotage. And he'll come to town and call me, and we'll go have dinner, at a restaurant down the street from where I live that he likes a lot, Carmine's. And, there was a time when you took your life in your hands. But those days are really over, and it's wonderful.
Sam, our co-host, has a lifelong dream to meet him. So can you help us get him on the show for her?
Well, he is an enigma wrapped in a mystery.
Yes.
So you either don't hear from him for a year and a half, or you hear from him twice in a month. I wouldn't know how to tell you.
That's
fair.
That's a fair
answer.
answer.
Totally
An honest answer.
Let's talk about your new Netflix show, Ridley Jones. You voice an astronaut monkey named Peaches.
Yes.
Meet Peaches. I'm Peaches, first monkey to slip on a banana peel in space.
So would you mind channeling Peaches to tell parents out there why their kids should be watching this show? Maybe a little Peaches for us.
All right, let me see.
Well, Peaches is an astronaut, but she's afraid of heights.
Wow.
So they deal with a lot of kids' fears in a very nice way. Relatable.
That Century City VO booth is killing it, girl.
You're hired.
Lorraine, thank you so much for chatting with us. It's been such an honor. And for everyone watching at home, please remember to get Lorraine's new book on Audible. And if you have kids, don't forget to check out Ridley Jones. It's out now on Netflix. It looks very good and sounds even better. We'll be right back. Thanks, Lorraine.
Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, "As sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction," unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low. Whether we remove them off of the existence, I think that's, it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait. You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
Yeah.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop. I know. You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as guns. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. Welcome back to DBL. You're not going to believe the sweet, sweet deals Steph showed me this week from our friends at Morning Save. It is the perfect time to start holiday shopping. You don't want to miss this. Take a look. All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
First up, we've got the Adoro Surge Shelf Series Surge Protector with 6 outlets and 3 USB ports. So you'll get 1 charger available in black and white, and this can charge a whopping 9 power-hungry devices at once.
Whoa.
So normally these are $60.
Okay.
But right now, Tori, they're only $19, which means our viewers save up to 68%.
Plug in the savings.
Now, Tori, you can never have enough knives in your kitchen, and we've got Cook with Colour 5-piece knife set with, look at this, a sharpener. Normally, these are as much as $55. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's only $24 now, saving up to 56%. Now, we've got the Osta Cucina Jacinto aluminum non-stick red speckle 9-piece cookware set. So this deal includes a 4-quart Dutch oven with a lid, 2-quart saucepan with a lid, 1-quart saucepan with a lid, 10-inch frying pan, 11-inch square grill pan, and my favorite, a 1.95 quart milk pot.
Whoa!
So normally it's as much as $129.
Yep.
We've got all of this for $59, which saves our viewers 54%. And then last but certainly not least, we've got the Hybrid Light Hex Bluetooth speaker, lantern, power bank, and radio all in one. And normally these are $70. We've got it for only $25, saving our viewers 64%.
Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Steph, as always, thank you so, so much. All right, we got a great comment from Bob who wrote in and just said, what about the Jeopardy staff he was near speaking about Aaron Rodgers? And I do think unmasked reporters would think you're vaccinated. That's a fair thing to say. I wonder what people thought or knew.
I mean, it's a big deal. I mean, a lot of these reporters and everybody that you interact with have children, have people at home that are depending that you're in a safe situation. So he put a lot of people out there. So
Interesting. All right. DBL,
Browns quarterback wouldn't do that.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, bye.
Sally texted the Verified team asking if a 4th stimulus check has been approved. She shared links to multiple YouTube videos, including this one, posted November 1st from a channel with more than 400,000 subscribers that says, quote, big 4th stimulus checks passed, unquote. So let's verify. Has a 4th stimulus check been passed? We went to these sources for an answer. A spokesperson for the IRS told Verify that a 4th stimulus check has not been passed by Congress. The IRS and the U.S. Department of Treasury have information on their websites about how people can receive the 3 previous stimulus payments if they haven't already, and it makes no mention of a 4th payment. The previous 3 stimulus checks were part of a legislation that was passed by Congress. A list of laws passed by current Congress is listed online. A review of those laws show there is no additional legislation that includes stimulus payments. So we can verify, no, a 4th stimulus check has not been passed. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariane Till.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait. You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
Yeah.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No! I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay,
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers is benched after testing positive for COVID. Did he lie about being vaccinated?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Could the Rush shooting have been an act of sabotage as Helena's husband lawyers up for a possible wrongful death lawsuit? And And joining us live today, Maury Povich and actor Tony Hale.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham. No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll. Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, November 4th. I'm Sam here with Al, Jeff, and Tori. Okay, we got to get right to it because not only our viewers, but a lot of NFL fans are very upset today. So Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID yesterday and will not play in Sunday's game. But here's what's really bothering people. They think Aaron may have lied about his vaccination status, with multiple sources saying he's unvaccinated. But check out what he told reporters back at the end of August.
Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized. You know, there's guys on the team that haven't been vaccinated. I think it's a personal decision. I'm not going to judge those guys.
Aaron has also been seen on the sidelines and at press events without a mask, which goes against current NFL COVID protocols for unvaccinated players. All right, so Jeff, I know that you follow football, unlike me. So what are your thoughts?
Well, Aaron Rodgers should be suspended for 2 games a season when they play the Bears because he absolutely destroys them. But, you know, I'm joking around a little bit. I don't want to get into the vaccine thing,
And we don't
right?
know for sure.
And we don't know for sure, right? I want to get in kind of the social part of this, right? So, Tori, I have to ask you because you're DC. You were born east of the Mississippi.
Thank you.
Was he technically lying when he told the press that? Let's start there.
If you were a good defense lawyer, you could say immunized means something to do with antibodies and therefore wasn't lying.
Okay, so he could get away with that. Now, being an NFL player, and I know we've kind of discussed this before, being an NFL player, is he obligated in any way to talk about politics, immunizations, anything that doesn't have to do with football? Should the media ask him about?
First of all, he became a public figure, so he's putting himself out there at a press conference for the media to ask him anything. He could have answered, I don't have a comment, or I'd like to keep this personal. He didn't. He fully said, I've been immunized, and any reasonable person, anybody who's reasonable, and I mean anybody, would imply to themselves that means I've had the COVID vaccine. The reporters in the room, the coaches, the team players, all of those people that he's sitting there unmasked with, that to me is a lie. That is misleading the public and those around you, and I don't think it's right.
Or is it a bigger distraction if he says, listen, I don't want to get vaxxed because the NFL doesn't have that rule. He doesn't have to get vaxxed.
Right.
That's his choice.
Absolutely true.
But now he's no longer talking about football when he has a press conference, which you have to do, otherwise you get fined. It's going to be all about the vaccine, and he wants to focus on football.
But so your answer is just a lie then?
But here's the thing. Go ahead, and then I'll jump in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, as you guys were talking, it hit me that we've already seen this situation kind of play out with the Denver Broncos here locally. There was, you know, they lost some quarterbacks, and at the end of the day, they had to get a guy that was just on the street to play quarterback. Remember, and it was embarrassing. What Aaron Rodgers did not only put the team in jeopardy and the people that work for the team, but like making this more personal. Yesterday, I did a shoot at my home. I had somebody there that I know has a child that's immunocompromised. I myself have a child that's immunocompromised. And me using some kind of language that I've talked to an attorney with, where I'm technically not lying, is technically, it could kill someone.
So what would you do if you had somebody come over to your house with your child who's immunocompromised and said, hey, I'm vaccinated, and then you find out your child gets COVID, and then you find out that that person who told you they're vaccinated is not vaccinated?
That's going to be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why so many people are upset. But then you want to bring it to a social issue.
Right. So it's the same. I use this example all the time on the show. You cannot say you like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump, for the record. You can't say you dislike Beyonce. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying? And again, I like Beyonce. I'm just saying socially, if you go out and I'm asked a question in an interview and they're like, do you support Donald Trump? And I say yes, my career is in jeopardy.
But that's apples and oranges.
No,
because
it's not. It's not. It's media. It's media.
It's not.
If I say
You're saying I like Beyonce versus. Okay,
Let me finish. If I say I don't like Beyonce, I'm labeled a racist. I'm labeled, I do not support black women in entertainment, which is totally crazy because I don't believe either of those. Again, for the record, I don't.
Right.
Okay? If you say I don't believe in vaccinations for Aaron Rodgers, again, I'm talking to you. I got my shots. I'm all good. And I'm not lying. But it becomes a distraction. Now, it's not about football. It's not about the team. It's not about the game that you loved when you were a kid and you finally got lucky enough to do what you're doing. It's about COVID and public opinion and politics.
But by doing this, he's doubled down and made it worse. It's backfired.
But he's supporting, without him getting caught, he's supporting your narrative.
But the story, I'm not asking for my narrative, I'm asking for the truth. If he didn't want to comment, he could have said no comment, and maybe that would have caused a little spark of conversation. I'd rather that than have reporters and people around him think he's vaccinated because he misled him. That's not saying I don't.
You make a great point. I totally agree with you.
I'm not saying I dislike Beyonce is the same, because no one's misleading anyone. He purposely used words that confused and changed and broke the trust with the public.
The maskless pictures weren't great.
And he was maskless.
Let me give you one more example,
if he
okay?
is unvaccinated, then that would be wrong. If he's vaccinated, then he's following protocol.
Of course, but there's some two big sources saying he ain't.
Right.
Okay, let me give you one more example, okay? Socially, again, I'm going to bring it back to social. We think the internet is where real people live, and it's not, right? You have to say things like, I really enjoy Beyonce, I dislike Donald Trump. You have to say those things. But now we're getting into voting. And the voting is coming out that people aren't necessarily saying those things out loud, but their votes are indicating that's where they're leaning now. So the votes are going to speak when it comes out, whether people, what side they're on. Not necessarily sit at a table like us and support one side or the other, because you get applauded.
But Aaron Rodgers influences those votes.
But if you say blank Donald Trump, you get a high five.
But that's
if you say let's go Brandon, you get fired.
I understand that, but those things are so fundamental as opposed to this.
But he said
I'm immunized. What does that mean to the normal person, to the children that look up to him, to the scientists that made the vaccine? That's a slap in the face.
He's giving the message that you want
He's
portrayed.
lying. I don't want him to lie just to give my message.
You don't think people go up there and accept awards and lie and say, oh, man,
Not about
I really
life or death situations. I don't.
Again, I agree with the vaccines. Don't pigeonhole me
I'm not.
in that corner,
I would
okay?
not, and I'm not.
Vaccinated. I don't want that message going across.
Would you lie?
Because I'm in trouble if I say I'm against the vaccine. I'm vaccinated. I want everyone to know that, and I don't want to be pigeonholed in that corner, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm just supporting the opposite side to this, which is the narrative pushes people into that corner saying you agree with this or you are going to lose your job, lose your family, you can no longer support them, and you are gone out of this industry.
But you're justifying that by lying.
No. Or are you just trying to keep your job?
I mean, I think maybe a way to avoid all this is not allow reporters to ask the team, anybody, that question. I think if you started a press conference saying we handle this internally as Daily Blast Live or as the Green Bay Packers.
Or what if someone? Or what if he just said, I want to just
keep
focus
it private.
on football?
Yes.
I think that would be a slight distraction, and I don't think it would go away.
How's Kyrie Irving doing with that?
That's what I'm saying. We have an example of that with Kyrie, and the thing is,
this is bigger distraction now because of the cover-up. That's the problem.
And the fact that he acquired it means that he might have come in contact with a number of people that, even though they are vaccinated, can still get it. I have a friend that got it last week who's not only double vaccinated but boosted. So people can still get it. So it is a lot, and there are people like myself where my young son is just getting his first shot tomorrow. So you're messing with people's lives here, and I think that's the difference. Is COVID is no longer a talking point like it was a year and a half ago. It's so intertwined in all of our lives because it's touched us all in such different ways that I just think you have to address it, or just say no one can address it ever. It's against our team rules.
Good conversation, though. Wow.
Good job, T-Bone.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Big
Jeff got out of the cage a little bit.
Big T-Bone did too. We're good.
We're good. All right, so coming up on DBL, actress Dakota Johnson is fed up with cancel culture.
Great.
Why she's
coming out of the cage again.
Why she's sticking up for her former co-stars Johnny Depp and Shia LaBeouf, and a shocking new update in the fatal Rush shooting. Stay with us.
Closed captioning provided by
Jeff brought up a point that I never even thought of, even though to Tori's point, you don't want to justify it, but he makes a really strong point because you know how strongly I feel about COVID and vaccines and all of that. So Jeff brought up the point that people are pushed into a corner because they're afraid to own up to whatever their beliefs may be. Even if their beliefs aren't backed by science, they may not own up to it and say, yeah, I'm unvaccinated because A, B, C, D, and E, because they're afraid of the public pushback.
Yeah, but put on your big boy pants. You join the public life.
It's interesting to think about that whole like chicken before the egg, like who really, stuff it out, who really causes somebody to be backed into the corner? Is it that person? Or is it the cancel culture that you're even afraid to voice your true opinion because you don't want to lose your livelihood? I just think that's interesting to entertain because I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with it, but it's interesting.
Want me to give you a perfect example
Yeah.
that happened in real life, and I hope this person is watching. They definitely aren't. This happened. My wife got kind of caught up in this conversation, and she's like, "You're not vaccinated, right?" My wife's like, "No." You know what I mean? My wife is 100% double vaccinated.
She was afraid they would
She
judge
didn't
her.
want to get into that conversation. She didn't want to go there. She was at the pool. And now this person, like Jordan actually got COVID, and I was at the pool, and she's like, "So your wife didn't get vaccinated, but you did?" And I was like, "Now I got to keep up this lie." And I called Jordan. I'm like, "Did you not tell her the truth?"
She just didn't want to get into politics.
She didn't want to deal with it. But that's what I'm saying about you're giving an answer saying like, "Do you like Joe Biden?" Again, example. Sure I do.
And
Sure I do. I don't want to get into this whole thing.
But
avoid the dialogue.
But no offense to Jordan, that's not a responsibility of that platform. Wasn't in front of microphones in front of a million.
He's a
millions
football
of people.
player, not a doctor.
He has a bigger profile. He's a bigger platform.
That's going to be
a bigger responsibility.
Okay.
2 minutes or
still on?
less.
That
Yeah.
happened with, I can't say it on here.
But I'm sure people have examples at home.
Welcome back to DBL. We have an update on the story we've been following about the Rust movie. The widower of the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, who was shot and killed on set, will reportedly file a wrongful death lawsuit against multiple people. Also, lawyers for the armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, are suggesting someone may have purposefully sabotaged the film. Here's what they said on the Today Show.
Is that your theory of the case, that someone intentionally placed a live round into a box of dummies?
I believe that somebody who would do that would want to sabotage the set, want to prove a point, want to say that they're disgruntled, they're unhappy. And we know that people had already walked off the set the day before, and they had been, and they're unhappy.
Okay, Tori, I'm going to try, that's ridiculous. Is this they're
absurd.
kind of creating a defense?
Yeah, this is reasonable doubt, excuse me. They're trying to get one juror out there that maybe thinks perhaps this is possible. Don't take the leap from the idea that these people walked off for safety reasons, that someone's going to go and try to attempt murder. That is not okay, and it's a slap in the face to those that walked off and blew the whistle.
It might be a slap in the face, but it's a great defense strategy because I think there are probably more people in this country that believe in at least one conspiracy theory than don't. So floating the idea of a conspiracy
jurors, right.
when somebody's brain is already kind of predisposed to like, I believe in the JFK or I believe in the 9/11 or whatever conspiracy you may believe in. Some people believe in all of them. I think this is a great, because like you said, you just need one juror. And there's definitely one of the 12 that is a conspiracy person. So when they hear this, they're like, that could have happened. Somebody could have put a magic bullet and waited for Alec Baldwin. And
then how do you bring on real justice? I hate that. I hate that defense attorneys can just create whatever they want.
Well, you just need one person, and that's why people go for the jury.
It's not. Where are the ethics?
Your ethics are to get your client off.
Instead of trying to bring justice to the person that's not here today?
Yeah, you're not a cowboy walking into town, Sam. You're a defense lawyer that's trying to get your client off.
I would have been a dang good cowboy. Yeehaw. I would have
No, you'd be too worried about germs in the Old West.
That's not true.
Yes, you'd be wiping things down.
I can shoot a gun really well. Okay, that doesn't mean,
All right.
Stop it. Coming up on DBL, Maury Povich is here live.
Yes.
We're back in just 2 minutes. Yes.
With all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th, and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website. So double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Oh boy. In the case of 4-month-old Kaylee Tyler, you are not the father.
Wow, welcome back to DBL. He is a pop culture icon that has been serving up lie detectors and paternity tests and so much more at America's living rooms for 30 years. Can you believe it? In fact, The Maury Show is the longest running daytime television show in history, and we are lucky enough to spend some time today with Mr. Povich.
Yeah. Thank you. Wow. Nice reception. Thank you.
You're welcome. We are all fans.
I get a better reception from you than I do my guests. That's good.
Well, listen, you have 9 million followers in social media. So not only are you owning broadcast, but you're also owning social. Even Kanye is rapping about you. You're everywhere. So what's the secret? Because I'm barely slowly growing my social media. So how do you get continued popularity over generations? Tell us.
Well, you know, I think more than anything else, people on our show, I mean, it doesn't matter whether we condense, for instance, our segments into 4-minute segments, which we do, and throw them all on our social media platforms. But the thing is that you can get all of these stories involved in conflict and drama and lust and betrayal and all the great Shakespearean themes, and we can reduce them to the point where we've got a result. We're going to find out whether it's true or not.
There's
and
a
I
payoff.
think that's more than anything else what the audience enjoys.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's a true payoff.
Yep.
More, I'm going to just ask you a personal question here. Have you ever been offered money to do a birth announcement for somebody?
That's so good. That's really smart.
That's
well,
great idea.
I've had a lot of people, you know, tell me, you know, can you please do a selfie with me and say I'm the father or I'm not the father? I get a lot of that.
If I had a kid on the way, I'd make you do it right now.
Yeah.
You can always fall back on that.
I mean, we live in New York City, you know, and if you walk down the street and a construction worker on a scaffolding looks down at me and says, hey, Murray, can you tell me I'm not the father? I say, okay.
So, Maury, you also act, too. You've been in a few primetime roles.
Yeah.
But you play yourself. Is that something you want to get into more?
Well, I'll tell you about playing myself. Years and years ago, there was this young movie director who had this movie out called Jaws, and his name was Steven Spielberg, and I was doing a local show in Washington in the late 1960s, and he comes on the show and he looks at me and he says, "You have an interesting face. You ever thought about doing auditions?" And I said, "No, because I only got one act, and this is it. This is my only face. This is my only role."
This is it.
You could have been somebody, Maury.
Yeah, right. He turned down Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's a good party.
Well, no, at that point, Steven Spielberg hadn't been a big name, so, but didn't All it took was one movie, right?
Yeah. Na.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, we're moving on.
Sorry, Maury.
I have the hard question, Maury. You are beloved, but you also have some critics that claim the show exploits your guests in a way, and I would love for you to take the floor and say,
Sure.
what do you say to them?
Well, I mean, you know, most of my life, way back when I was doing a current affair, host of a current affair, which was this kind of edgy show, edgy tabloid news show, and critics have always seemed somehow to gravitate to me and like to criticize what I do. But it's very simple, okay? We do these themes like paternity testing for a reason. We all know it's very easy. If you have a child and you have two parents in that child's life, he or she has a better chance for a future. If it's one parent, that child has less of a chance. And so if we can get guys, for instance, who deny being the fathers of their children, and they are proved to be the fathers on the show, that child's got a better chance. And better than that, I mean, to take it one step further, since we've been on the air so long, these stories now, these infants are teenagers. They are into college, and we find out whether the father is in the life of this child or not. And in many, many cases, I'm not going to say a majority, but in many, many cases, these fathers get into the lives of these children. In fact, the woman and the man end up together and have been together for 10 or 15 years. Wow. So I rest my hat. I hang my hat on that, and I rest my case.
I love it.
Well done.
Said.
Yeah, and I hope this doesn't make me unprofessional. I just want to tell you how cool you look right now.
You're the best.
He looks like he should be like briefing me on like a Black Ops mission before I get on a Black Hawk helicopter.
Well, you all look much better. You all look much better than I do.
No, you
In fact,
look cool.
I'll tell you, most of my career, I was wearing that jacket and cuff.
Well, good for you. You're chilling now. And like, I've always wondered this, like, do you take a sneak peek at the paternity test before the big reveal? And like, which one, is there one that like really sticks out in your mind?
Well, first of all, it's a good question. The first time I was ever brought the theme of the show being paternity testing, and the producer is briefing me the way you're briefed before every show, and we're going through the story and everything, and she says, well, now the result, and I said, you know, I don't want to know the result. If I knew the result, that means I'd skew the questions. I don't want to know anything more than my guests know, my audience, my live audience, my at-home audience. I want to be an extension of them. I want to be able to ask questions that they would want to ask. And so that's how I feel that my job is to ask those questions anybody would want to ask, so that those big answers that I've given through the last 20-some years with these themes, you are the father, you are not. The inflection comes because I'm as excited with the result as anybody.
That makes sense.
And so, you know, I have no way of faking it. I mean, there's no fake news when it comes to me. And so when I read the result, I'm learning for the first time. And as far as the craziest paternity story we've ever had, woman comes on and accuses a guy of being the father of her twins. And I open up the result and I look at my staff. I said, is there something wrong here? I said, why? I said, he's the father of one, but not the other.
Whoa! And that's possible?
Scientifically
That'll
possible.
do it.
Wow. Oh, you have seen
fraternal twins.
You've seen
you
it
have
all.
a very socially active young lady within 48 hours or so. I mean, you can
Maury,
have
we are
two
on a hard
fathers,
out.
and it's a million to one shot. And,
we're about to go to commercial. We thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, Maury.
Get ready
Gotta
for
come back.
family
Thank you all.
drama
Good to see
on
you.
season 24 of The Maury Show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maury.
Bye, Maury.
Right.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Flu season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, "As sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction," unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low, whether we remove them off of the existence. I think that's, it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait. You want to play it safe?
Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian spotted together again. What other celebs are saying about the rumored romance. And a new dating show drops contestants through a trapdoor if they lose. Why the Squid Game of dating shows
Is
now.
there a host?
I watched this show 3 years.
Sally texted the Verified team asking if a 4th stimulus check has been approved. She shared links to multiple YouTube videos, including this one, posted November 1st from a channel with more than 400,000 subscribers that says, quote, "Big 4th stimulus checks passed," unquote. So let's verify. Has a 4th stimulus check been passed? We went to these sources for an answer. A spokesperson for the IRS told Verify that a 4th stimulus check has not been passed by Congress. The IRS and the U.S. Department of Treasury have information on their websites about how people can receive the 3 previous stimulus payments if they haven't already, and it makes no mention of a 4th payment. The previous 3 stimulus checks were part of a legislation that was passed by Congress. A list of laws passed by current Congress is listed online. A review of those laws show there is no additional legislation that includes stimulus payments. So we can verify, no, a 4th stimulus check has not been passed. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariane Till.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No. Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Al, Jeff, and Tori. Okay, we got to talk about Dakota Johnson because she is sounding off about our favorite topic here on DBL, cancel culture. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Dakota talked about whether some of her former co-stars who are now facing abuse allegations should get a second chance. Dakota was in Black Mass with Johnny Depp, and he was accused of abuse by his ex-wife Amber Heard. She was also in The Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf, who is being sued by a former girlfriend for emotional, mental, and physical abuse, and she was in the movie Wounds with Armie Hammer, who has been accused of sexual assault. Dakota said she never had any negative experiences with any of the actors, and she added, quote, "I do believe that people can change. I think there's definitely a major overcorrection happening, and I do believe that there's a way for the pendulum to find the middle. Cancel culture is such a bleeping downer. I hate that term." Well, you have an ally, Jeff.
Yes, and I think I have a lot of allies. You know what I mean? Again, people, this kind of goes back, if you watch the first half of the show, about what we were talking about with Aaron Rodgers. When you say cancel culture, okay, it's gotten globbed onto this giant thing. Of course, when Harvey Weinstein does something, he needs to go to jail. If these people beat a woman or sexually abuse a woman, they need to go to jail. Okay, that's not cancel culture.
And they all deny the allegations. I should just say that.
Absolutely. And again, I'm kind of generalizing.
Right.
With anybody who's accused of something egregious, you need to pay the piper. Okay, I'm for that. When you go in someone's past and you find something they said 20 years ago, or someone tapped you on the shoulder and it's nothing, and people bury you with these labels. I sit up here, I get buried with labels every day, which is why I'm not on social media anymore. I'm a Trumper, I'm white privileged, I'm racist, just throw a label on me.
I shouldn't have tweeted those things to you, I'm sorry. That was,
I knew it was you.
Yeah,
I knew
it was sleepy, it was late.
Oh, you were lazy. None of those things.
But thanks for bringing light to this, because it needs some levity, right? Because it's getting so serious that the pendulum needs to come back. And we need some levity, because you could ruin someone's career, not mine. You could ruin someone's life. If Johnny Depp is innocent, he's already taken a stain on his career. He's lost out on a big job. If it's not true, again, I'm not saying that. But you can't end people's lives. You can't say, hey, this guy from Jeopardy needs to be fired, and you listen to crazy people online, and that guy's fired. Whether he did it or not, the pendulum needs to come back.
But Tori would call it accountability culture.
It's the court of public opinion, though, and that's the weird thing is that the public changes their opinion quite often. Like when we look at somebody like Chris Brown, a young, talented person, came from a troubled background, had issues with domestic violence. Let's leave it at that. He was able to be granted a comeback, which he has taken full advantage of. His career is blossoming as it ever was. Same with, I always forget the guy who plays Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
He had a lot of problems with substance abuse.
Went to jail.
Yes, huge problems. He is now the face of Marvel. But the other people do not get that choice, and I don't understand why.
Right. Well, the problem is nobody uses discernment. We can use Robert Downey Jr. and say,
but he was a drug addict.
Right. But this is a guy, right? And we all look at addiction differently.
But I'm sure he did things while he was on drugs that were untoward.
But he's not accused of anything.
Well, at the same time, a lot of people, we all know.
For using drugs, not sexual abuse.
Right. That's the problem. It's totally different, but we all know that addiction, especially 10, 20 years ago, definitely came with a stigma, unfortunately. So there were a lot of people that I'm sure did not want to work with Robert Downey Jr., that maybe thought ill of him because of his addiction, unfortunately, because we all talk about addiction on the show. We definitely have empathy for it. However, he had his road to redemption. And we respect people more that are able to call themselves out, get help, and become better people. But nobody has discernment anymore, Tori. How do we know this person deserves to be canceled because of X, Y, and Z, and then this person doesn't because this was 10 years ago and they've evolved? How do you
stop using the word canceled for both? That's what they want.
People do.
Right, but we're part of that media. We're part of that problem. Discernment means language. You don't cancel someone who has been abusive. You convict them. That's a much different subject and language, and it's important because I think people are using cancel culture to emphasize everything so that it means nothing, and they're winning. So I ask you at home, I ask us to be discerning when we say cancel.
But what were you discerning with Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, I say, is canceled. When I have someone who's maybe allegedly abusive, I don't use use the word canceled. I use the word charged, and I use convicted.
But you say it means nothing, and I know we need to move on. You say it means nothing, and that's totally false. Because if you get enough crazy people online, and they attack you, Tori, when it comes for you, you're going to be singing a different song. And it comes for you, and it's not true. Your bosses don't have a choice but to let you go.
100%.
And if this show ends, you're not going to be able to feed your family because you won't be hireable in the future. You get stained with this.
Agreed, but I'm not defending cancel culture. I'm simply saying.
But you're saying it does nothing and it does everything.
You're right. I take that back then. You're absolutely right. The consequences are great, but I will simply say that using the correct language helps us divide into who should really be canceled and who should be behind bars.
Well, I hope everybody follows that suit because not everybody does, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian because they were spotted out again for dinner. So Kim was photographed arriving at an exclusive private members club in New York last night. Pete reportedly arrived separately. And as we mentioned, Kim and Pete went out to dinner in Staten Island on Tuesday. Neither have confirmed they are dating, but TMZ spoke to Chrissy Teigen and John Legend about why Kim might be attracted to Pete. Take a look. Why are people boiling Pete Davidson down to just his humor? He seems like a kind guy. You know him.
Yeah,
what do you
I think the question is everybody is saying, like, why would Kim go after a guy like this? But you look at all the supermodels that he's dated, I think that he is the prototype for a lot of women. You look at the magazine cover guy. What do you think that is? Because honestly, he looks like a work in progress, like a broken bird that you can build back up. Like he's had open struggles. I find him attractive. Yeah, because he looks like that. He's got tattoos everywhere, and you're like, I'm gonna fix this guy. I can do this. If somebody's already put to Jeff's no fun. He's already together and a good family man. That's boring.
I'm broken inside.
Yeah, see? You got to put it on the outside. Get a face tattoo.
Super kind, super self-deprecating, super romantic.
All of this is super played and is super for the press because Kourtney Kardashian is getting press from a skinny, tattooed rocker, and she wants to say, hold my beer.
No,
and she is.
So you think this is all orchestrated to get back at her sister?
Why do you think they're hanging out all the time? Pete Davidson's best friend is Machine Gun Kelly, hanging out with Megan Fox, who hangs out, of course, with Travis and Kourtney.
You think this is a PR stunt?
You don't think it is?
Theories?
It's Kardashians.
They're having sex.
You're wrong.
I bet it's good sex, too.
Wow. All right.
And we could go down that road, but we're out of time.
Coming up on DBL, you know him from Arrested Development. It's here live talking about his roles on the big screen. There he is. Don't go away.
Closed captioning provided by
be like, tell us, what can you tell us? Come on.
Cool.
And then we were going to ask him about, Tori, you're going to ask him, he's in Being the Ricardos, which comes out in December, with Nicole Kidman.
Excellent.
So you're going to ask him, Nicole's not really known for her comedic
That's my take,
timing.
right. How was
So how did she do?
Excellent take.
And then, Al, you're going to ask
Hey, guys,
him.
what's your favorite Tony Hale movie
or
TV show?
Veep?
Arrested
Development. Are you
Development.
nervous?
Okay.
He's in
so much coming out. Hocus Pocus 2 too, Sam. Hocus
I
Pocus
know.
2. There's an update if you're watching an exclusive. Might be in a new Sex in the City. Do we might have a scene from it?
Jeff, you're gonna
So what's your favorite? Write it on YouTube or Twitter, but your favorite Tony Hale place. Mine's Buster Bluth. Okay, from Arrested.
I'm gonna have fun because why are you always the bad guy in these live actions? Like, what's going on? He's has super fun.
Yeah, he's the most. Yeah, because I know him as Buster and Gary from Veep, so I'm gonna say like.
So like, what's up with that?
Yeah,
and then Sam, the last one is He grew up on Clifford. His
Did
dog,
you watch
he read
it?
He read it
Yeah,
to his
I'm watching it
daughter.
right now.
So what was it like?
Like when I go to bed.
And then we'll say it's coming
Me
out
too.
next
It's
week, and you'll watch it.
hilarious.
So I have nothing to watch. So
I'm not even telling you.
Sorry.
Yeah, Tori,
poisoning
like
episode.
9 days has like 100%.
I'm watching the one. I just watched the one where he went home back to his parents' house.
I have no idea.
Oh, it was like super
I just
hot
like
in
when
Alabama.
I read like
I
little,
just watched
like,
that last night. It was so funny.
It's so great.
like
It still
little
makes me laugh.
things about like what to watch.
The
They say 9 days.
There's a 10-foot dog in Upper Manhattan.
That can't be real. We are offering a $25,000 reward for the capture of the big red dog.
People don't like things that are different.
Oh my gosh, Clifford! Next week, America's favorite big red dog is coming to the big screen, and today, one of the film's stars joins us live. He's the man who can make you laugh with just a look. From his role on Veep to Arrested Development, please welcome to the show, Tony Hale.
Hi, guys. Man, you guys are on fire. I was listening to you before. It was very exciting listening to you guys.
Oh, clip it. Yeah. We'll be using that for our show's reel. Thank you so much, Tony Hale.
Great actor.
So you are a very busy man. Before we get into Clifford, let's talk about another film you are starring in, Hocus Pocus 2. And earlier this week, Sarah Jessica Parker released a teaser for the film. Let's take a look. That's all we get.
What a teaser. I know.
So you're going with the correct spelling. That's all we got, really.
Okay, but we have Tony Hale here. So, Tony, you got to give us some insider knowledge. What can you tell us about the film and the Sanderson sisters revival, even if it's just a little tidbit? Come on.
Oh, please. I go to work. I'm doing it in New York now, and then I go back to shooting up. We're shooting in Rhode Island. That's all I can. But it's I don't really know. They won't let me say anything, but it's it's a classic, so it's kind of cool to be. And actually, it was cool to work with Kathy Najimy because she was on Veep. If you watch the show, she was Mike McClintock's wife, and so it'd be fun really seeing her again. And my first job in New York in the late 90s was Sex and the City. I had a bit part. I was Tiger.
Oh, wow.
So
that's so cool.
Okay, sorry. Hey, brother. It's Tori here. I love you. I'm Arrested. All right. So,
I love that.
Thank you. Next month, Being the Ricardos hits theaters, and you also are in that. You worked alongside Nicole Kidman as she played Lucille Ball. But I always said out loud on the show, Nicole wasn't known for her comedic, or isn't known for her comedic timing. So, how did she do for you?
I mean, I gotta say, the whole thing was very strong. I grew up on I Love Lucy. Right. You guys are all much younger than I am, but I grew up on that show, and this is a drama about the making of I Love Lucy because there was a lot of chaos in Lucille Ball's life, like with Desi and the politics and being a woman at the time in charge, a very strong leader, and trying to get her respect leading the show, and so there was a lot happening behind the scenes. So that's what Aaron Sorkin wanted to focus on. And I'm telling you guys, when I was doing it, watching her do Lucille and Javier Bardem do Desi, I'm just like, which one of these is not like the other? I am not supposed to be here. I don't know why they invited me to the party. It was pretty crazy.
And Sorkin, can you imagine? I
can't wait.
Oh, God.
I know. And you told our producer that you haven't seen the movie yet. And full disclosure, you were talking to our producer at my house yesterday because we were doing a shoot there. And when she got off the phone, she was just so ecstatic. She was like, Tony's the greatest guy ever. And I was like, that's how I want people to be when they get off the phone with me.
Yeah.
So it's just, you're a great guy. We're happy to have you.
People don't say that about you, Al.
I just ask people to keep their expectations low.
Tony, did you hear my co-host dressed up like a zebra today in honor of your movie?
A zebra?
Yeah, you look like it's a zebra.
Okay, I'm sure Tony Hale loves my dress. Thank you very much.
Does she not look like a zebra, Tony?
A beautiful. a stunning gazelle.
All right, let's get back to business.
Yes.
Tony, you play the bad guy in Clifford, and you also play a bad guy in Alvin and the Chipmunks. I know you as Buster. I know you as Gary. I laugh at you. My kids are going to be scared of you, Gary. Why do you take these evil roles? Or Gary.
Yes! Mission accomplished. I tell you, I guess maybe it is because of Buster and Gary. I mean, I was just playing those defeated, emasculated characters. I think I needed something else just to like get some kind of power, even though it's evil power. But it was really, Clifford it's such a fun movie, and I play a guy who's trying to get Clifford's power just to like for profit. So I'm not a nice guy. But it was really fun.
Bad guy. How can you try and profit off Clifford, Tony?
Why wouldn't you? It's a huge red dog. Why don't you make some money?
I know.
Hey, Tony.
Do you know what though?
Yes.
You were when you guys were talking earlier about just everything in society. There's something in this movie that, because I grew up on Clifford, and there's this scene in the movie where Emily Elizabeth is holding a baby Clifford, and it's her love that makes Clifford grow, and that's kind of a part of how he got to be where he is. And it's like today, you know, you guys were talking about cancel culture and like online, people ripping people apart and judgment. That's not going to bring growth. You know, that's not going to bring change. It's love and support and empathy and giving people the road to redemption. That's what's going to bring growth.
Well said.
I thought I couldn't love you anymore.
I know, Tony, you're always welcome at this table.
Well,
You've got quite the opinion.
No, I love
Come
it.
join us.
Yes, Sam will dress up like your favorite animal.
I'll join up as Clifford. I'll do whatever he wants. Clifford is in theaters. Stop it right now. Clifford is in theaters next week on November 10th. Tony, thank you so much for joining us today. You are a real treat.
Oh, you guys are great.
Thank you. What a
Thank you for
pleasure.
thank you for having me.
We'll be waiting for you.
Kind of like a threat.
Yes.
Your insurance mark.
With all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website, so double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Tomorrow on DBL.
I broke my neck, collapsed lung, had a severe brain injury.
A 6-time world champion skydiver's incredible story of surviving a plane crash that took the life of his little brother.
When I first woke up, the only memory I had was just having had a conversation with James.
That's tomorrow on DBL.
Wow. Well, it is that time of the week again. You're not going to believe the sweet, sweet deal Steph showed Tori. No longer Jeff anymore.
It's not Jeff. It's always been me.
Okay.
It's not doing as well.
Fine. All right. So Steph showed Tori this week from our friends at Morning Save all the good products. It's the perfect time to start holiday shopping. You don't want to miss this.
right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got the Adoro Surge Shelf Series Surge Protector with 6 outlets and 3 USB ports. So you'll get 1 charger available in black and white, and this can charge a whopping 9 power-hungry devices at once, making it super convenient for you and your family to charge simultaneously, so there's no more fighting over a charger like this. So it's small, it's compact, it's perfect for traveling, and it's also got a phone stand where you can place your phone whilst it charges.
Oh, that's so smart.
So handy.
So smart.
So normally these are $60.
Okay.
But right now, Tori, they're only $19, which means our viewers save up to 68%.
Plug in the savings.
Now, Tori, you can never have enough knives in your kitchen, and we've got Cook with Colour 5-piece knife set with, look at this, a sharpener.
Yes.
So this deal includes 5 knives with matching blade covers, very chic, and this very snazzy knife sharpener. And you can choose whether it comes in blue, grey or teal. And these knives are not only fashionable, but they are sturdy and super easy to clean. Look how sleek that is. So normally these are as much as $55. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's only $24 now, saving up to 56%.
Cut me off some money with those knives.
Oh my gosh, I'm not joking. When the turkey needs carving, you've got all your gear here, your carrots, you're peeling your potatoes, you're doing whatever you do in the kitchen, because I don't cook. But this is the gift set that the chef in the house who will be feeding the family needs.
Brilliant price, guys, brilliant.
Now, we've got miscellaneous pots and pans just lying around, but how nice would a beautiful red set be?
Yes.
Well, we've got the Osta Cucina Jacinto aluminum non-stick red speckle 9-piece cookware set. So this deal includes a 4-quart Dutch oven with a lid, 2-quart saucepan with a lid, 1-quart saucepan with a lid, 10-inch frying pan, 11-inch square grill pan, and my favorite, a 1.95 quart milk pot.
Whoa!
So this heavy-duty construction provides fast and even heating to your food, and the long-lasting non-stick surfaces will resist scratches, stains, and chipping. And let's be honest, how fun is this pop of red for your kitchen?
Amazing.
It's
unbelievable.
Gorgeous.
I love this.
So normally it's as much as $129.
Yep.
We've got all of this for $59, which saves our viewers 54%.
You would be the boss of Hanukkah, Christmas, or Kwanzaa if you showed up and you're like, here you go, gourmet kitchen.
And then last but certainly not least, we've got the Hybrid Light Hex Bluetooth speaker, lantern, power bank, and radio all in one. Can you believe it?
Whoa.
All of that's in here. So you get 1 speaker with a charger. It's got a Bluetooth speaker that also functions as a lantern, flashlight, radio, and SD card reader.
What?
All in here. And normally these are $70. We've got it for only $25, saving our viewers 64%. This is a really great gift for any camping lovers in your life.
Yeah, just stick it in your car just in case, you know what I mean? Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Steph, as always, thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, "As sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction," unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low. Whether we remove them off of the existence, I think that's, it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. This November, the stars are shining on DBL. David Copperfield brings the magic. Legendary actor Vincent D'Onofrio talks Tammy Faye and Sandra Bullock. John Schneider reminisces about his Duke's days. And that's just the start. Marie Osmond, Debbie Gibson, Alfonso Ribeiro, Carrie Ann Inaba, and many more. It's all happening this November on DBL.
I am so excited.
Dukes of Hazzard.
What's wrong?
Me and Tori are bickering about everything. Would you say his Duke days or Duke's days?
His Duke's days.
Right.
No, his Duke days.
No, Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
It was the one day.
His Duke days.
No, but he had 2.
It was a singular
more than
event,
one Duke,
that show.
wasn't it?
But we're talking about one day. Yeah. It's his Duke day.
Oh my gosh.
This is what we talk about in the break.
I know.
That's why we keep it in the break.
Comments, but we had to debate
And on air.
Duke versus Dukes. DBL's new every day. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Sally texted the Verified team asking if a 4th stimulus check has been approved. She shared links to multiple YouTube videos, including this one, posted November 1st from a channel with more than 400,000 subscribers that says, quote, "Big 4th stimulus checks passed," unquote. So let's verify. Has a 4th stimulus check been passed? We went to these sources for an answer. A spokesperson for the IRS told Verify that a 4th stimulus check has not been passed by Congress. The IRS and the U.S. Department of Treasury have information on their websites about how people can receive the 3 previous stimulus payments if they haven't already, and it makes no mention of a 4th payment. The previous 3 stimulus checks were part of a legislation that was passed by Congress. A list of laws passed by current Congress is listed online. A review of those laws show there is no additional legislation that includes stimulus payments. So we can verify, no, a 4th stimulus check has not been passed. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariane Till.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
What we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers is benched after testing positive for COVID. Did he lie about being vaccinated?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Could the Rush shooting have been an act of sabotage as Helena's husband lawyers up for a possible wrongful death lawsuit? And joining us live today, Maury Povich and actor Tony Hale.
Insane.
This is a sham. No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, November 4th. I'm Sam here with Al, Jeff, and Tori. Okay, we got to get right to it because not only our viewers, but a lot of NFL fans are very upset today. So Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID yesterday and will not play in Sunday's game. But here's what's really bothering people. They think Aaron may have lied about his vaccination status, with multiple sources saying he's unvaccinated. But check out what he told reporters back at the end of August.
Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations? Yeah, I've been immunized. You know, there's guys on the team that haven't been vaccinated. I think it's a personal decision. I'm not going to judge those guys.
Aaron has also been seen on the sidelines and at press events without a mask, which goes against current NFL COVID protocols for unvaccinated players. All right, so Jeff, I know that you follow football unlike me. So what are your thoughts?
Well, Aaron Rodgers should be suspended for 2 games a season when they play the Bears because he absolutely destroys them. But, you know, I'm joking around a little bit. I don't want to get into the vaccine and things, right?
We don't know for sure.
And we don't know for sure, right? I want to get in kind of the social part of this, right? So, Tori, I have to ask you because you're DC. You were born east of the Mississippi.
Thank you.
Was he technically lying when he told the press that? Let's start there.
If you were a good defense lawyer, you could say immunized means something to do with antibodies and therefore wasn't lying.
Okay, so he could get away with that. Now, being an NFL player, and I know we've kind of discussed this before, being an NFL player, is he obligated in any way to talk about politics, immunizations, anything that doesn't have to do with football? Should the media ask him about?
First of all, he became a public figure, so he's putting himself out there at a press conference for the media to ask him anything. He could have answered, I don't have a comment, or I'd like to keep this personal. He didn't. He fully said, I've been immunized, and any reasonable person, anybody who's reasonable, and I mean anybody, would imply to themselves that means I've had the COVID vaccine. The reporters in the room, the coaches, the team players, all of those people that he's sitting there unmasked with, that to me is a lie. That is misleading the public and those around you, and I don't think it's right.
Or is it a bigger distraction if he says, listen, I don't want to get vaxxed because the NFL doesn't have that rule. He doesn't have to get vaxxed.
Right.
That's his choice.
Absolutely true.
But now he's no longer talking about football when he has a press conference, which you have to do, otherwise you get fined. It's going to be all about the vaccine, and he wants to focus on football.
But so your answer is just a lie then?
But here's the thing. Go ahead, and then I'll jump in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, as you guys were talking, it hit me that we've already seen this situation kind of play out with the Denver Broncos here locally. There was, you know, they lost some quarterbacks, and at the end of the day, they had to get a guy that I think was just on the street to play quarterback. Remember, and it was embarrassing. what Aaron Rodgers did not only put the team in jeopardy and the people that work for the team, but like making it more personal. Yesterday, I did a shoot at my home. I had somebody there that I know has a child that's immunocompromised. I myself have a child that's immunocompromised, and me using some kind of language that I've talked to an attorney with, where I'm technically not lying, is technically, it could kill someone.
So what would you do if you had somebody come over to your house with your child who's immunocompromised and said, hey, I'm vaccinated, and then you find out your child gets COVID, and then you find out that that person who told you they're vaccinated is not vaccinated?
That's going to be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why so many people are upset. But then you want to bring it to a social issue.
Right. So it's the same. I use this example all the time on the show. You cannot say you like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump, for the record. You can't say you dislike Beyonce. Did I say that right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying? And again, I like Beyonce. I'm just saying, socially, if you go out and I'm asked a question in an interview and they're like, do you support Donald Trump? And I say yes, my career is in jeopardy.
But that's apples and oranges.
No,
because
it's not. It's not. It's media. It's media.
It's not.
If I say
You're saying I like Beyonce versus. Okay,
Let me finish. If I say I don't like Beyonce, I'm labeled a racist. I'm labeled, I do not support black women in entertainment, which is totally crazy because I don't believe either of those. Again, for the record, I don't.
Right.
Okay? If you say I don't believe in vaccinations for Aaron Rodgers, again, I'm talking to you. I got my shots. I'm all good. And I'm not lying. But it becomes a distraction. Now, it's not about football. It's not about the team. It's not about the game that you loved when you were a kid and you finally got lucky enough to do what you're doing. It's about COVID and public opinion and politics.
But by doing this, he's doubled down and made it worse. It's backfired.
But he's supporting, without him getting caught, he's supporting your narrative.
But the story, I'm not asking for my narrative, I'm asking for the truth. If he didn't want to comment, he could have said no comment, and maybe that would have caused a little spark of conversation. I'd rather that than have reporters and people around him think he's vaccinated because he misled him. That's not saying I don't.
You make a great point. I totally agree with you.
I'm not saying I dislike Beyonce is the same, because no one's misleading anyone. He purposely used words that confused and changed and broke the trust with the public.
The maskless pictures weren't great.
And he was maskless.
Let me give you one more example,
if
okay?
he is unvaccinated, then that would be wrong. If he's vaccinated, then he's following protocol.
Of course, but there's some two big sources saying he ain't.
Right.
Okay, let me give you one more example, okay? Socially, again, I'm going to bring it back to social. We think the internet is where real people live, and it's not, right? You have to say things like, I really enjoy Beyonce, I dislike Donald Trump. You have to say those things. But now we're getting into voting. And the voting is coming out that people aren't necessarily saying those things out loud, but their votes are indicating that's where they're leaning now. So the votes are going to speak when it comes out, whether people, what side they're on. Not necessarily sit at a table like us and support one side or the other, because you get applauded.
But Aaron Rodgers influences those votes.
But if you say blank Donald Trump, you get a high five.
That's
if
so
you say
different.
let's go Brandon, you get fired.
I understand that, but those things are so fundamental as opposed to this.
But he's saying
I'm
what you wanna hear.
immunized. What does that mean to the normal person, to the children that look up to him, to the scientists that made the vaccine? That's a slap in the face.
He's giving the message that you want
He's
portrayed.
lying. I don't want him to lie just to give my message.
You don't think people go up there and accept awards and lie and say, oh, man,
Not about
I really
life or
did
death
this.
situations. I don't.
Again, I agree with the vaccines. Don't pigeonhole me
I'm not.
in that corner.
I would
okay?
not, and I'm not.
Vaccinated. I don't want that message going across.
Would you lie?
Because I'm in trouble if I say I'm against the vaccine. I'm vaccinated. I want everyone to know that, and I don't want to be pigeonholed in that corner, okay? I'm just
Absolutely.
supporting the opposite side of this, which is the narrative pushes people into that corner saying you agree with this or you are going to lose your job, lose your family, you can no longer support them, and you are gone out of this industry.
But you're justifying that by lying.
No. Or are you just trying to keep your job?
I mean, I think maybe a way to avoid all this is not
Sorry,
allow,
I got
not allow reporters to ask the team, anybody, that question. I think if you started a press conference saying we handle this internally as Daily Blast Live or as the Green Bay Packers.
Or what if someone? Or what if he just said, I want to just
keep it
focus on
private.
football?
Yes.
I think that would be a slight distraction, and I don't think it would go away.
How's Kyrie Irving doing with that?
That's what I'm saying. We have an example of that with Kyrie, and the thing is,
this is bigger distraction now because of the cover-up. That's the problem.
This is, and the fact that he acquired it means that he might have come in contact with a number of people that, even though they are vaccinated, can still get it. I have a friend that got it last week who's not only double vaccinated but boosted. So people can still get it. So it is a lot, and there are people like myself where my young son is just getting his first shot tomorrow. So you're messing with people's lives here, and I think that's the difference. Is COVID is no longer a talking point like it was a year and a half ago. It's so intertwined in all of our lives because it's touched us all in such different ways that I just think you have to address it, or just say no one can address it ever. It's against our team rules.
Good conversation, though. Wow.
Good job, T-Bone.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Big Jeff.
Big Jeff got out of the cage a little bit.
Big T-Bone did too. We're good. We're good.
All right, so coming up on DBL, actress Dakota Johnson is fed up with cancel culture.
Great
Why
dress.
she's
coming out of the cage again.
why she's sticking up for her former co-stars Johnny Depp and Shia LaBeouf, and a shocking new update in the fatal Rush shooting. Stay with us.
Closed captioning provided by...
It's so easy to tell him.
I have a point that I never even thought of. Even though, to Tori's point, you don't want to justify it, but he makes a really strong point, because you know how strongly I feel about COVID and vaccines and all of that. So Jeff brought up the point that people are pushed into a corner because they're afraid to own up to whatever their beliefs may be. Even if their beliefs aren't backed by science, they may not own up to it and say, yeah, I'm unvaccinated because A, B, C, D, and E, because they're afraid of the public pushback.
Yeah, but put on your big boy pants. You join the public life.
It's interesting to think about that whole like chicken before the egg, like who really stuff it out? Who really causes somebody to be backed into the corner? Is it that person? Or is it the cancel culture that you're even afraid to voice your true opinion because you don't want to lose your livelihood? I just think that's interesting to entertain, because I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with it, but it's interesting.
Want me to give you a perfect example
Yeah.
that happened in real life, and I hope this person isn't watching. They definitely aren't. This happened. My wife got kind of caught up in this conversation, and she's like, "You're not vaccinated, right?" My wife's like, "No." You know what I mean? My wife is 100% double vaccinated.
She was afraid they would
She
judge
didn't
her.
want to get into that conversation. She didn't want to go there. She was at the pool. And now this person, like Jordan actually got COVID, and I was at the pool, and she's like, "So your wife didn't get vaccinated, but you did?" And I was like, "Now I got to keep up this lie." And I called Jordan. I'm like, "Did you not tell her the truth?"
She just didn't want to get into politics.
She didn't want to deal with it. But that's what I'm saying about you're giving an answer saying like, "Do you like Joe Biden?" Again, example. Sure, I do.
And
I do. I don't want to get into this whole thing.
But
avoid the dialogue.
But no offense to Jordan, that's not a responsibility of that platform. Wasn't in front of microphones, in front of a million.
He's a
millions
football
of people.
player, not a doctor.
He has a bigger profile. He's a bigger platform.
It's going to be a
bigger
very
responsibility.
short
Okay.
2 minutes or less.
That happened with, I can't say it on here.
But I'm sure people have examples at home.
Welcome back to DBL. We have an update on the story we've been following about the Rust movie. The widower of the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, who was shot and killed on set, will reportedly file a wrongful death lawsuit against multiple people. Also, lawyers for the armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, are suggesting someone may have purposefully sabotaged the film. Here's what they said on the Today Show.
Is that your theory of the case, that someone intentionally placed a live round into a box of dummies?
I believe that somebody who would do that would want to sabotage the set, want to prove a point, want to say that they're disgruntled, they're unhappy. And we know that people had already walked off the set the day before, and they had been, and they're unhappy.
Okay, Tori, I'm going to try, like...
That's ridiculous.
Is this they're kind of creating a defense?
Yeah, this is reasonable doubt, excuse me. They're trying to get one juror out there that maybe thinks perhaps this is possible. Don't take the leap from the idea that these people walked off for safety reasons, that someone's going to go and try to attempt murder. That is not okay, and it's a slap in the face to those that walked off and blew the whistle.
It might be a slap in the face, but it's a great defense strategy, because I think there are probably more people in this country that believe in at least one conspiracy theory than don't. So floating the idea of a conspiracy
jurors, right.
when somebody's brain is already kind of predisposed to, like, I believe in the JFK, or I believe in the 9/11, or whatever conspiracy you may believe in. Some people believe in all of them. I think this is a great, because like you said, you just need one juror And there's definitely one of the 12 that is a conspiracy person. So when they hear this, they're like, that could have happened. Somebody could have put a magic bullet and waited for Alec Baldwin. And
then how do you bring on real justice? I hate that. I hate that defense attorneys can just create whatever they want.
Well, you just need one person, and that's why people go for the jury.
It's not. Where are the ethics?
Your ethics are to get your client off.
Instead of trying to bring justice to the person that's not here today?
Yeah, you're not a cowboy walking into town, Sam. You're a defense lawyer that's trying to get your client off.
I would have been a dang good cowboy. Yeehaw. I would have
No, you'd be too worried about germs in the Old West.
That's not true.
Yes, you'd be wiping things down.
I can shoot a gun really well. Okay, that doesn't mean, yeah.
All right.
Stop it. Coming up on DBL, Maury Povich is here live.
Yes.
We're back in just 2 minutes. Yes.
With all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website. So double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Oh boy. In the case of 4-month-old Kaylee Tyler, you are not the father.
Wow, welcome back to DBL. He is a pop culture icon that has been serving up lie detectors and paternity tests and so much more at America's living rooms for 30 years. Can you believe it? In fact, The Maury Show is the longest running daytime television show in history, and we are lucky enough to spend some time today with Mr. Povich.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. Nice reception. Thank you.
You're welcome. We are all fans.
I get a better reception from you than I do my guests. That's good.
Well, listen, you have 9 million followers in social media. So not only are you owning broadcast, but you're also owning social. Even Kanye is rapping about you. You're everywhere. So what's the secret? Because I'm barely slowly growing my social media. So how do you get continued popularity over generations? Tell us.
Well, you know, I think more than anything else, people on our show, I mean, it doesn't matter whether we condense, for instance, our segments into 4-minute segments, which we do, and throw them all on our social media platforms. But the thing is that you can get all of these stories involved in conflict and drama and lust and betrayal and all the great Shakespearean themes, and we can reduce them to the point where we've got a result. We're going to find out whether it's true or not.
There's
and
a
I
payoff.
think that's more than anything else what the audience enjoys.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's a true payoff.
Yep.
More, I'm going to just ask you a personal question here. Have you ever been offered money to do a birth announcement for somebody?
That's so good. That's really smart.
That's a
Well,
great idea.
I've had a lot of people, you know, to tell me, you know, can you please do a selfie with me and say I'm the father or I'm not the father? I get a lot of that.
If I had a kid on the way, I'd make you do it right now. But
Yeah.
I mean, you can always fall back on that.
I mean, we live in New York City, you know, and if you walk down the street and a construction worker on a scaffolding looks down at me and says, "Hey, Murray, can you tell me I'm not the father?" I say, "Okay."
So, Maury, you also act too. You've been in a few primetime roles, but you play yourself. Is that something you want to get into more?
Well, I'll tell you about playing myself. Years and years ago, there was this young movie director who had this movie out called Jaws, and his name was Steven Spielberg, and I was doing a local show in Washington in the late 1960s, and he comes on the show and he looks at me and he says, "You have an interesting face. You ever thought about doing auditions?" And I said, "No, because I only got one act, and this is it. This is my only face. This is my only role."
This is it.
You could have been somebody more.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. He turned down Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's a good party.
Well,
party
no, at that point, Steven Spielberg hadn't been a big name. So, but all it took was one movie, right?
Yeah. Na.
Yeah, we
Okay.
got it.
All right, we're moving on.
Sorry, Maury.
I have the hard question, Maury. You were beloved, but you also have some critics that claim the show exploits your guests in a way, and I would love for you to take the floor and say, what do you say to them?
Well, I mean, you know, most of my life, way back when I was doing a current affair, host of a current affair, which was this kind of edgy tabloid news show, and critics have always seemed somehow to gravitate to me and like to criticize what I do, but it's very simple. Okay, we do these themes like paternity testing for a reason. We all know it's very easy. If you have a child and you have two parents in that child's life, he or she has a better chance for a future. If it's one parent, that child has less of a chance. And so if we can get guys, for instance, who deny being the fathers of their children, and they are proved to be the fathers on the show, that child's got a better chance. And better than that, I mean, to take it one step further, since we've been on the air so long, these stories now, these infants are teenagers. They are into college, and we find out whether the father is in the life of this child or not. And in many, many cases, I'm not going to say a majority, but in many, many cases, these fathers get into the lives of these children. In fact, the woman and the man end up together and have been together for 10 or 15 years. Wow. So I rest my hat. I hang my hat on that, and I rest my case.
I love it.
Well done.
Said.
Yeah, and I hope this doesn't make me unprofessional. I just want to tell you how cool you look right now.
You're the best.
He looks like he should be like briefing me on like a Black Ops mission before I get on a Black Hawk helicopter.
Well, you all look much better. You all look much better than I do.
No, you
In fact,
look cool.
I'll tell you, most of my career, I was wearing that jacket and tie.
Well, good for you. You're chilling now. And like, I've always wondered this, like, do you take a sneak peek at the paternity test before the big reveal?
Yeah, right?
And like, which one, is there one that like really sticks out in your mind?
Well, first of all, it's a good question. The first time I was ever brought the theme of the show being paternity testing, and the producer is briefing me the way you're briefed before every show, and we're going through the story and everything, and she says, "Well, now the result," and I said, "You know, I don't want to know the result. If I knew the result, that means I'd skew the questions. I don't want to know anything more than my guests know, my audience, my live audience, my at-home audience. I want to be an extension of them. I want to be able to ask questions that they would want to ask." And so that's how I feel that my job is to ask those questions anybody would want to ask, so that those big answers that I've given through the last 20-some years with these themes, you are the father, you are not. The inflection comes because I'm as excited with the result as anybody.
That makes sense.
And so, you know, I have no way of faking it. I mean, there's no fake news when it comes to me. And so when I read the result, I'm learning for the first time. And as far as the craziest paternity story we've ever had, woman comes on and accuses a guy of being the father of her twins. And I open up the result and I look at my staff. I said, "Is there something wrong here?" I said, "Why?" I said, "He's the father of one, but not the other."
Whoa! And that's possible?
Scientifically
That'll do
possible.
it.
Wow. Oh, you have seen
fraternal twins.
You've seen
you
it
have a very
all.
socially active
Yes.
young lady within 48 hours or so. I mean, you can
Maury,
have
we are
two
on a hard
fathers, and it's
out.
a million to one shot. And,
We're about to go to commercial. We thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, Maury.
Get ready
Gotta
for
come
more
back.
family
you all.
drama
Good to see
on
you.
season 24 of The Maury Show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maury.
Bye, Maury.
Right.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Flu season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, "As sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction," unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low, whether we remove them off of the existence. I think that's it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like
someone
hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian spotted together again. What other celebs are saying about the rumored romance. And a new dating show drops contestants through a trapdoor if they lose. Why dubbed the Squid Game of dating shows.
Is there a host?
I watched this show 3 years.
Sally texted the Verified team asking if a fourth stimulus check has been approved. She shared links to multiple YouTube videos, including this one, posted November 1st from a channel with more than 400,000 subscribers that says, quote, "Big fourth stimulus checks passed," unquote. So let's verify. Has a fourth stimulus check been passed? We went to these sources for an answer. A spokesperson for the IRS told Verify that a fourth stimulus check has not been passed by Congress. The IRS and the U.S. Department of Treasury have information on their websites about how people can receive the 3 previous stimulus payments if they haven't already, and it makes no mention of a fourth payment. The previous 3 stimulus checks were part of a legislation that was passed by Congress. A list of laws passed by current Congress is listed online. A review of those laws show there is no additional legislation that includes stimulus payments. So we can verify, no, a fourth stimulus check has not been passed. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariane Till.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as guns. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll. Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Al, Jeff, and Tori. Okay, we got to talk about Dakota Johnson because she is sounding off about our favorite topic here on DBL, cancel culture. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Dakota talked about whether some of her former co-stars who are now facing abuse allegations should get a second chance. Dakota was in Black Mass with Johnny Depp, and he was accused of abuse by his ex-wife Amber Heard. She was also in The Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf, who is being sued by a former girlfriend for emotional, mental, and physical abuse, and she was in the movie Wounds with Armie Hammer, who has been accused of sexual assault. Dakota said she never had any negative experiences with any of the actors, and she added, quote, "I do believe that people can change. I think there's definitely a major overcorrection happening, and I do believe that there's a way for the pendulum to find the middle. Cancel culture is such a bleeping downer. I hate that term." Well, you have an ally, Jeff.
Yes, and I think I have a lot of allies. You know what I mean? Again, people, this kind of goes back, if you watch the first half of the show, about what we were talking about with Aaron Rodgers. When you say cancel culture, okay, it's gotten globbed onto this giant thing. Of course, when Harvey Weinstein does something, he needs to go to jail. If these people beat a woman or sexually abuse a woman, they need to go to jail. Okay, that's not cancel culture.
And they all deny the allegations. I should just say that.
Absolutely. And again, I'm kind of generalizing. Right. With anybody who's accused of something egregious, you need to pay the piper. Okay, I'm for that. When you go in someone's past and you find something they said 20 years ago, or someone tapped you on the shoulder and it's nothing, and people bury you with these labels. I sit up here, I get buried with labels every day, which is why I'm not on social media anymore. I'm a Trumper, I'm white privileged, I'm racist. Just throw a label on me.
I shouldn't have tweeted those things to you. I'm sorry. That was.
I knew it was you.
Yeah,
I knew
it was sleepy. It was late.
Oh, you were late for none of those things.
But thanks for bringing light to this, because it needs some levity, right? Because it's getting so serious that the pendulum needs to come back. Well, and we need some levity, because you could ruin someone's career, not mine. You could ruin someone's life. If Johnny Depp is innocent, he's already taken a stain on his career. He's lost out on a big job. If it's not true, again, I'm not saying that. But you can't end people's lives. You can't say, hey, this guy from Jeopardy needs to be fired, and you listen to crazy people online, and that guy's fired. Whether he did it or not, the pendulum needs to come back.
Well, but Tori would call it accountability culture.
It's the court of public opinion, though, and that's the weird thing, is that the public changes their opinion quite often. Like when we look at somebody like Chris Brown, a young, talented person, came from a troubled background, had issues with domestic violence, let's leave it at that. He was able to be granted a comeback, which he has taken full advantage of. His career is blossoming as it ever was. Same with, I always forget the guy who plays Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
He had a lot of problems with substance abuse.
Went to jail.
Yes, yeah, huge problems. He is now the face of Marvel. But the other people do not get that choice, and I don't understand why.
Right. Well, the problem is nobody uses discernment. We can use Robert Downey Jr. and say,
but he was a drug addict.
Right. But this is a guy, right? And we all look at addiction differently.
But I'm sure he did things while he was on drugs that were untoward.
But he's not accused of anything.
Well, at the same time, a lot of people, we all know.
For using drugs, not sexual abuse.
Right.
That's
and
the problem.
It's totally different, but we all know that addiction, especially 10, 20 years ago, definitely came with a stigma, unfortunately. So there were a lot of people that I'm sure did not want to work with Robert Downey Jr., that maybe thought ill of him because of his addiction, unfortunately, because we all talk about addiction on the show. We definitely have empathy for it. However, he had his road to redemption. And we respect people more that are able to call themselves out, get help, and become better people. But nobody has discernment anymore, Tori. How do we know this person deserves to be canceled because of X, Y, and Z, and then this person doesn't because this was 10 years ago and they've evolved? How do you
stop using the word canceled for both? That's what they want.
People do.
Right, but we're part of that media. We're part of that problem. Discernment means language. You don't cancel someone who has been abusive. You convict them. That's a much different subject and language, and it's important because I think people are using cancel culture to emphasize everything so that it means nothing, and they're winning. So I ask you at home, I ask us to be discerning when we say cancel.
But what were you discerning with Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, I say, is canceled. When I have someone who's maybe allegedly abusive, I don't use the word canceled. I use the word charged, and I use convicted.
But you say it means nothing, and I know we need to move on. You say it means nothing, and that's totally false. Because if you get enough crazy people online, and they attack you, Tori, when it comes for you, you're going to be singing a different song. And it comes for you, and it's not true. Your bosses don't have a choice but to let you go.
100%.
And if this show ends, you're not going to be able to feed your family because you won't be hireable in the future. You get stained with this.
Agreed, but I'm not defending cancel culture. I'm simply saying.
But you're saying it does nothing and it does everything.
You're right. I take that back then. You're absolutely right. The consequences are great, but I will simply say that using the correct language helps us divide into who should really be canceled and who should be behind bars.
Well, I hope everybody follows that suit because not everybody does, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian because they were spotted out again for dinner. So Kim was photographed arriving at an exclusive private members club in New York last night. Pete reportedly arrived separately. And as we mentioned, Kim and Pete went out to dinner in Staten Island on Tuesday. Neither have confirmed they are dating, but TMZ spoke to Chrissy Teigen and John Legend about why Kim might be attracted to Pete. Take a look.
Is a comedian good for her?
Funny guys do a lot.
Yeah?
Look at John, he's hysterical.
I'm hysterical.
Who
wouldn't want to be in love with a funny guy? Would you guys like to go on a double date with those two?
I can't even, I have no idea if it's true or not, so I can't say.
But I mean, after Kanye, like maybe she just needs a guy to make her laugh.
Definitely.
Why are people boiling Pete Davidson down to just his humor? He seems like a kind guy. I mean, you know him.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I think the question is everybody is saying, like, why would Kim go after a guy like this? But you look at all the supermodels that he's dated, I think that he is the prototype for a lot of women. I think you look at the magazine cover guy.
What do you think that is?
Because honestly, he looks like a work in progress, like a broken bird that you can build back up. You know, like he's had open struggles. I find him
attractive.
Yeah, because he looks like that. He's got tattoos everywhere, and you're like, I'm gonna fix this guy. I can do this. If somebody's already put to Jeff's no fun. He's already together and a good family man. That's boring.
I'm broken inside.
Yeah, see? You got to put it on the outside. Get a face tattoo.
Super kind, super self-deprecating, super romantic.
All of this is super played and is super for the press because Kourtney Kardashian is getting press from a skinny tattooed rocker, and she wants to say, "Hold my beer," and she is.
So you think this is all orchestrated to get back at her sister?
Why do you think they're hanging out all the time? Pete Davidson's best friend is Machine Gun Kelly, hanging out with Megan Fox, who hangs out, of course, with Travis and Kourtney.
You think this is a PR
Speaking of
stunt?
You don't think it is?
Theories?
It's Kardashians.
They're having sex.
You're wrong.
I bet it's good sex, too.
Wow. All right.
And we could go down that road, but we're out of time.
Coming up on DBL, you know him from Arrested Development. It's here live talking about his roles on the big screen. There he is. Don't go away.
Closed captioning provided by.
As someone who resembles.
And then be like, tell us. What can you tell us? Come on.
Cool.
And then we were going to ask him about. Tori, you're going to ask him. He's in Being the Ricardos, which comes out in December with Nicole Kidman.
Excellent.
So you're going to ask him, you know, Nicole's not really known for her comedic
That's my take,
timing.
right. How
so
was
how did she do?
Excellent take.
And then, Al, you're going to ask
Hey, guys,
him.
what's your favorite Tony Hale movie or TV show? Veep? Arrested Development? He's in
so much coming out.
Hocus Pocus 2 too, Sam. Hocus Pocus 2. There's an update if you're watching an exclusive. Might be in a new Sex in the City. Do we might have a scene from it?
Jeff, you're gonna
So what's your favorite? Write it on YouTube or Twitter, but your favorite Tony Hale. Place. Mine's Buster Bluth. Okay, from Arrested.
I'm gonna have fun because
Why are you always the bad guy in these live actions? Like, what's going on? He has them super fun.
He's the most, because I know him as Buster and Gary from Veep, so I'm gonna say like.
So what's up with that?
Yeah, I'll have fun
and then Sam, the last one is. He grew up on Clifford. His dog,
you watch
it? He read it.
Yeah,
to his
I'm watching it
daughter.
right now.
So what was it like?
Like when I go to bed.
And then we'll say it's coming
Me
out
too.
next
It's
week, and you'll
hilarious.
watch it.
So I have nothing to watch. So
I'm not even telling you.
Sorry.
Yeah, Tori, like 9 days has like 100%.
I'm watching the one. I just watched the one where he went home back to his parents' house.
I have no idea.
It was like super
I just
hot
like
in
when I read like little.
I just watched that last night. It was so funny.
It's so great.
Like little things about like what to watch. They say 9 days.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
There's a 10-foot dog in Upper Manhattan.
That can't be real. We are offering a $25,000 reward for the capture of the big red dog.
People don't like things that are different.
Oh my gosh, Clifford! Next week, America's favorite big red dog is coming to the big screen, and today, one of the film's stars joins us live. He's the man who can make you laugh with just a look. From his role on Veep to Arrested Development, please welcome to the show, Tony Hale.
Hi there. Man, you guys are on fire. I was listening to you before. It was very exciting listening to you guys.
Oh, clip it. Yeah. We'll be using that for our show's reel. Thank you so much, Tony Hale.
Great actor.
So you are a very busy man. Before we get into Clifford, let's talk about another film you are starring in, Hocus Pocus 2. And earlier this week, Sarah Jessica Parker released a teaser for the film. Let's take a look. That's all we get.
What a teaser. I know.
So you're going with the correct spelling. Is all we got, really.
Okay, but we have Tony Hale here. So, Tony, you got to give us some insider knowledge. What can you tell us about the film and the Sanderson sisters revival, even if it's just a little tidbit? Come on.
Oh, please. I go to work. I'm doing it in New York now, and then I go back to shooting up. We're shooting in Rhode Island. That's all I can. But it's I don't really know. They won't let me say anything, but it's it's a classic, so it's kind of cool to be. And actually, it was cool to work with Kathy Najimy because she was on Veep. If you watch the show, she was Mike McClintock's wife, and so it'd be fun really seeing her again. And my first job in New York in the late '90s was Sex and the City. I had a bit part. I was Tiger.
Oh, wow.
So
that's so cool.
Okay, sorry. Hey, brother. It's Tori here. I love you. I'm Arrested. All right. So,
I love that.
Thank you. Next month, Being the Ricardos hits theaters, and you also were in that. You worked alongside Nicole Kidman as she played Lucille Ball. But I always said out loud on the show, Nicole wasn't known for her comedic, or isn't known for her comedic timing. So, how did she do for you?
I mean, I gotta say, the whole thing was very strong. I grew up on I Love Lucy. Right. You guys are all much younger than I am. but I grew up on that show, and this is a drama about the making of I Love Lucy, because there's a lot of chaos and Lucille Ball's life, like with Desi and the politics and being a woman at the time, in charge, a very strong leader, and trying to get her respect leading the show. And so there was a lot happening behind the scenes. So that's what Aaron Sorkin wanted to focus on. And I'm telling you guys, when I was doing it, watching her do Lucille and Javier Bardem do Desi, I'm just like, which one of these is not like the other? I am not supposed to be here. I don't know why they invited me to the party. Like, it was pretty crazy.
And Sorkin, can you imagine what a...
I can't wait.
Oh, God.
I know, and like, you told our producer that you haven't seen the movie yet. And full disclosure, you were talking to our producer at my house yesterday because we were doing a shoot there. And when she got off the phone, she was just so ecstatic. She was like, "Tony's the greatest guy ever." And I was like, "That's how I want people to be when they get off the phone with me."
Yeah.
So that it's just you're a great guy. And we're happy to have you.
People don't say that about you, Al.
I just ask people to keep their expectations low. No.
Tony, did you hear my co-host dressed up like a zebra today in honor of your movie?
A zebra?
Yeah, you look like it's a zebra.
Okay, I'm sure Tony Hale loves my dress. Thank you very much.
Does she not look like a zebra, Tony?
A beautiful, a stunning gazelle.
All right, let's get back to business.
Yes.
Tony, you play the bad guy in Clifford, and you also play a bad guy in Alvin and the Chipmunks. I know you as Buster. I know you as Gary. I laugh at you. My kids are going to be scared of you, Gary. Why do you take these evil roles? Or Gary.
Yes! Mission accomplished. I tell you, I guess maybe it is because of Buster and Gary. I mean, I was just playing those defeated, emasculated characters. I think I needed something else just to like get some kind of power, even though it's evil power. But it was really, Clifford it's such a fun movie, and I play a guy who's trying to get Clifford's power just to like for profit. So I'm not a nice guy. But it was really fun.
Bad guy.
How can you try and profit off Clifford, Tony?
Why wouldn't you? It's a huge red dog. Why don't you make some money?
I know.
Hey, Tony.
Do you know what though?
Yes.
You were when you guys were talking earlier about just everything in society. There's something in this movie that, because I grew up on Clifford, and there's this scene in the movie where Emily Elizabeth is holding a baby Clifford, and it's her love that makes Clifford grow, and that's kind of a part of how he got to be where he is. And it's like today, you know, you guys were talking about cancel culture and like online, people ripping people apart and judgment. That's not going to bring growth. You know, that's not going to bring change. It's love and support and empathy and giving people the road to redemption. That's what's going to bring growth.
Well said.
I thought I couldn't love you anymore.
I know, Tony, you're always welcome at this table.
Well,
You've got quite the opinion.
No, I love
Come
it.
join us.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sam will dress up like your favorite animal. Come on.
I'll join up as Clifford. I'll do whatever he wants. Clifford is in theaters. Stop it right now. Clifford is in theaters next week on November 10th. Tony, thank you so much for joining us today. You are a real treat.
Oh, you guys are great.
Thank you.
What a
Thank you for having me.
We'll be waiting for you.
Sound like a threat.
Yes.
Your insurance market.
With all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website. So double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Tomorrow on DBL.
I broke my neck, collapsed lung, had a severe brain injury.
A 6-time world champion skydiver's incredible story of surviving a plane crash that took the life of his little brother.
When I first woke up, the only memory I had was just having had a conversation with James.
That's tomorrow on DBL.
Wow. Well, it is that time of the week again. You're not going to believe the sweet, sweet deal Steph showed Tori. No longer Jeff anymore.
It's not Jeff. It's always been me.
Okay.
It's not doing as well.
It's fine.
All right. So Steph showed Tori this week from our friends at Morning Save all the good products. It's the perfect time to start holiday shopping. You don't want to miss this.
All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got the Adora Surge Shelf Series Surge Protector with 6 outlets and 3 USB ports. So you'll get 1 charger available in black and white, and this can charge a whopping 9 power-hungry devices at once, making it super convenient for you and your family to charge simultaneously, so there's no more fighting over a charger like this. So it's small, it's compact, it's perfect for traveling, and it's also got a phone stand where you can place your phone whilst it charges.
Oh, that's so smart.
So handy.
So smart.
So normally these are $60.
Okay.
But right now, Tori, they're only $19, which means our viewers save up to 68%.
Plug in the savings.
Now, Tori, you can never have enough knives in your kitchen, and we've got Cook with Colour 5-piece knife set with, look at this, a sharpener.
Yes.
So this deal includes 5 knives with matching blade covers, very chic, and this very snazzy knife sharpener. And you can choose whether it comes in blue, grey, or teal. And these knives are not only fashionable, but they are sturdy and super easy to clean. Look how sleek that is. So normally these are as much as $55. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's only $24 now, saving up to 56%.
Cut me off some money with those knives.
Oh my gosh, I'm not joking. When the turkey needs carving, you've got all your gear here, your carrots, you're peeling your potatoes, you're doing whatever you do in the kitchen, because I don't cook. But this is the gift set that the chef in the house who'll be feeding the family needs.
Brilliant price, guys, brilliant.
Now, we've got miscellaneous pots and pans just lying around, but how nice would a beautiful red set be?
Yes.
Well, we've got the Osta Cucina Jacinto aluminum non-stick red speckle 9-piece cookware set. So this deal includes a 4-quart Dutch oven with a lid, 2-quart saucepan with a lid, 1-quart saucepan with a lid, 10-inch frying pan, 11-inch square grill pan, and my favorite, a 1.95-quart milk pot.
Whoa!
So this heavy-duty construction provides fast and even heating to your food, and the long-lasting non-stick surfaces will resist scratches, stains, and chipping. And let's be honest, how fun is this pop of red for your kitchen?
Amazing.
It's
unbelievable.
Gorgeous.
I love this.
So normally it's as much as $129.
Yep.
We've got all of this for $59, which saves our viewers 54%.
You would be the boss of Hanukkah, Christmas, or Kwanzaa if you showed up and you're like, here you go, gourmet kitchen.
And then last but certainly not least, we've got the hybrid light hex Bluetooth speaker, lantern, power bank, and radio all in one. Can Can you believe it?
Whoa.
All of that's in here. So you get one speaker with a charger. It's got a Bluetooth speaker that also functions as a lantern, flashlight, radio, and SD card reader.
What?
All in here. And normally these are $70. We've got it for only $25, saving our viewers 64%. This is a really great gift for any camping lovers in your life.
Yeah, just stick it in your car just in case, you know what I mean? Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Steph, as always, thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Flu season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, "As sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction," unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low, whether we remove them off of the existence. I think that's it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. Shining on DBL. David Copperfield brings the magic. Legendary actor Vincent D'Onofrio talks Tammy Faye and Sandra Bullock. John Schneider reminisces about his Dukes days. And that's just the start. Marie Osmond, Debbie Gibson, Alfonso Ribeiro, Carrie Ann Inaba, and many more. It's all happening this November on DBL. I am so excited.
Dukes of Hazzard.
What's wrong?
Me and Tori are bickering about everything. Would you say his Duke days or Duke's days?
His Duke's days.
Right.
No, his Duke days.
His Duke days.
Dukes of Hazzard.
There weren't multiple. It was the
Duke
one
Hazzard.
day.
His Duke days.
No, but he had two.
It was a singular
more than one
event, that
Duke,
show.
wasn't it?
But we're talking about one day.
Yeah.
It's his Duke day.
Oh my gosh.
This is what we talk about in the break.
I know.
That's why we keep it in the break.
Comments, but we had to debate
And on air.
Duke versus Dukes. DBL's new every day. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Sally texted the Verified team asking if a fourth stimulus check has been approved. She shared links to multiple YouTube videos, including this one, posted November 1st from a channel with more than 400,000 subscribers that says, quote, "Big fourth stimulus checks passed," unquote. So let's verify. Has a fourth stimulus check been passed? We went to these sources for an answer. A spokesperson for the IRS told Verify that a fourth stimulus check has not been passed by Congress. The IRS and the U.S. Department of Treasury have information on their websites about how people can receive the 3 previous stimulus payments if they haven't already, and it makes no mention of a fourth payment. The previous 3 stimulus checks were part of a legislation that was passed by Congress. A list of laws passed by current Congress is listed online. A review of those laws show there is no additional legislation that includes stimulus payments. So we can verify, no, a fourth stimulus check has not been passed. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariane Till.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as guns. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
Here's what we're talking about today on Daily Blast Live.
MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers is benched after testing positive for COVID. Did he lie about being vaccinated?
Yeah, I've been immunized.
Could the Rush shooting have been an act of sabotage as Helena's husband lawyers up for a possible wrongful death lawsuit? And joining us live today, Maury Povich and actor Tony Hale.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham. No. Y'all, just stop.
Finally here, drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, November 4th. I'm Sam here with Al, Jeff, and Tori. Okay, we got to get right to it because not only our viewers, but a lot of NFL fans are very upset today. So Green Bay Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers tested positive for COVID yesterday and will not play in Sunday's game. But here's what's really bothering people. They think Aaron may have lied about his vaccination status, with multiple sources saying he's unvaccinated. But check out what he told reporters back at the end of August.
Are you vaccinated, and what's your stance on vaccinations?
Yeah, I've been immunized. You know, there's guys on the team that haven't been vaccinated. I think it's a personal decision. I'm not going to judge those guys.
Aaron has also been seen on the sidelines and at press events without a mask, which goes against current NFL COVID protocols for unvaccinated players. All right, so Jeff, I know that you follow football unlike me. So what are your thoughts?
Well, Aaron Rodgers should be suspended for 2 games a season when they play the Bears because he absolutely destroys them. But, you know, I'm joking around a little bit. I don't want to get into the vaccine and things,
we don't
right?
know for sure.
And we don't know for sure, right? I want to get in kind of the social part of this, right? So, Tori, I have to ask you because you're DC. You were born east of the Mississippi.
Thank you.
Was he technically lying when he told the press that? Let's start there.
If you were a good defense lawyer, you could say immunized means something to do with antibodies and therefore wasn't lying.
Okay, so he could get away with that. Now, being an NFL player, and I know we've kind of discussed this before, being an NFL player is is he obligated in any way to talk about politics, immunizations, anything that doesn't have to do with football? Should the media ask him about?
First of all, he became a public figure, so he's putting himself out there at a press conference for the media to ask him anything. He could have answered, I don't have a comment, or I'd like to keep this personal. He didn't. He fully said, I've been immunized, and any reasonable person, anybody who's reasonable, and I mean anybody, would imply to themselves that means I've had the COVID vaccine. The reporters in the room, the coaches, the team players, all of those people that he's sitting there unmasked with, that to me is a lie. That is misleading the public and those around you, and I don't think it's right.
Or is it a bigger distraction if he says, listen, I don't want to get vaxxed, because the NFL doesn't have that rule. He doesn't have to get vaxxed.
Right.
That's his choice.
Absolutely true.
But now he's no longer talking about football when he has a press conference, which you have to do, otherwise you get fined. It's going to be all about the vaccine, and he wants to focus on football.
But so your answer is just a lie then?
But here's the thing. Go ahead, and then I'll jump in.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as you guys were talking, it hit me that we've already seen this situation kind of play out with the Denver Broncos here locally. There was, they lost some quarterbacks, and at the end of the day, they had to get a guy that I think was just on the street to play quarterback. Remember, and it was embarrassing. What Aaron Rodgers did not only put the team in jeopardy and the people that work for the team, but making this more personal. Yesterday, I did a shoot at my home. I had somebody there that I know has a child that's immunocompromised. I myself have a child that's immunocompromised. And me using some kind of language that I've talked to an attorney with, where I'm technically not lying, it could kill someone.
So what would you do if you had somebody come over to your house with your child who's immunocompromised and said, hey, I'm vaccinated, and then you find out your child gets COVID, and then you find out that person who told you they're vaccinated is not vaccinated?
That's going to be a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why so many people are upset. But then you want to bring it to a social issue.
Right. So it's the same. I use this example all the time on the show. You cannot say you like Donald Trump. I don't like Donald Trump, for the record. You can't say you dislike Beyonce. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, do you see what I'm saying? And again, I like Beyonce. I'm just saying, socially, if you go out and I'm asking a question in an interview and they're like, do you support Donald Trump? And I say yes, my career is in jeopardy.
But that's apples and oranges.
No,
because
it's not. It's not. It's media. It's media.
It's not.
If I say
You're saying I like Beyonce versus. Okay.
Let me finish. If I say I don't like Beyonce, I am labeled a racist. I'm labeled, I do not support black women in entertainment, which is totally crazy because I don't believe either of those. Again, for the record, I don't.
Right.
Okay? If you say I don't believe in vaccinations for Aaron Rodgers, again, I'm talking to you. I got my shots. I'm all good. And I'm not lying. But it becomes a distraction. Now, it's not about football. It's not about the team. It's not about the game that you loved when you were a kid and you finally got lucky enough to do what you're doing. It's about COVID and public opinion and politics.
But by doing this, he's doubled down and made it worse. It's backfired.
But he's supporting, without him getting caught, he's supporting your narrative.
But the story, I'm not asking for my narrative, I'm asking for the truth. If he didn't want to comment, he could have said no comment, and maybe that would have caused a little spark of conversation. I'd rather that than have reporters and people around him think he's vaccinated because he misled him. That's not saying I don't.
You make a great point. I totally agree with you.
I'm not saying I dislike Beyonce is the same, because no one's misleading anyone. He purposely used words that confused and changed and broke the trust with the public.
The maskless pictures weren't great.
And he was maskless.
Let me give you one more example,
if he is unvaccinated, then that would be wrong. If he's vaccinated, then he's following protocol.
Of course, but there are some two big sources saying he ain't.
Right.
Okay, let me give you one more example, okay? Socially, again, I'm going to bring it back to social. We think the internet is where real people live, and it's not, right? You have to say things like, I really enjoy Beyonce, I dislike Donald Trump. You have to say those things. But now we're getting into voting. And the voting is coming out that people aren't necessarily saying those things out loud, but their votes are indicating that's where they're leaning now. So the votes are going to speak when it comes out whether people, what side they're on. Not necessarily sit at a table like us and support one side or the other, because you get applauded.
But Aaron Rodgers influences those votes.
But if you say blank Donald Trump, you get a high five.
That's
if
so
you say
different.
let's go Brandon, you get fired.
I understand that, but those things are so fundamental as opposed to this.
But he's saying
I'm immunized. What does that mean to the normal person, to the children that look up to him, to the scientists that made the vaccine? That's a slap in the face.
He's giving the message that you want
He's
portrayed.
lying. I don't want him to lie just to give my message.
You don't think people go up there and accept awards and lie and say, oh, man,
Not about
I really
life or
did
death
this.
situations. I don't.
Again, I agree with the vaccines. Don't pigeonhole me
I'm not.
in that corner.
I would
okay?
not, and I'm not.
Vaccinated. I don't want that message going across.
Would you lie?
Because I'm in trouble if I say I'm against the vaccine. I'm vaccinated. I want everyone to know that, and I don't want to be pigeonholed in that corner, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm just supporting the opposite side of this, which is the narrative pushes people into that corner saying you agree with this or you are going to lose your job, lose your family, you can no longer support them, and you are gone out of this industry.
But you're justifying that by lying.
No. Or are you just trying to keep your job?
I mean, I think maybe a way to avoid all this is not
Sorry,
allow reporters to ask the team, anybody, that question. I think if you started a press conference saying we handle this internally as Daily Blast Live or as the Green Bay Packers,
or what if someone, or what if he just said, I want to just
keep
focus
it private.
on football?
Yes.
I think that would be a slight distraction, and I don't think it would go away.
How's Kyrie Irving doing with that?
That's what I'm saying. We have an example of that with Kyrie, and the thing is,
this is bigger distraction now because of the cover-up. That's the problem.
And the fact that he acquired it means that he might have come in contact with a number of people that, even though they are vaccinated, can still get it. I have a friend that got it last week who's not only double vaccinated but boosted. So people can still get it. So it is a lot, and there are people like myself where my young son is just getting his first shot tomorrow. So, you know, you're messing with people's lives here, and I think that's the difference. Is COVID is no longer a talking point like it was a year and a half ago. It's so intertwined in all of our lives because it's touched us all in such different ways that I just think you have to address it, or just say no one can address it ever. It's against our team rules.
Good conversation, though. Wow.
Good job, T-Bone.
Yeah.
Good job.
Good job.
Big Jeff.
Big Jeff got out of the cage a little bit.
Big T-Bone did too. We're good.
We're good. All right, so coming up on DBL, actress Dakota Johnson is fed up with cancel culture.
Great dress. Coming out of the cage again.
Why she's sticking up for her former co-stars, Johnny Depp and Shia LaBeouf. And a shocking new update in the fatal Rush shooting. Stay with us.
Closed captioning provided by...
Jeff brought up a point that I never even thought of, even though to Tori's point, you don't want to justify it, but he makes a really strong point because you know how strongly I feel about COVID and vaccines and all of that. So Jeff brought up the point that people are pushed into a corner because they're afraid to own up to whatever their beliefs may be. Even if their beliefs aren't backed by science, they may not own up to it and say, yeah, I'm unvaccinated because A, B, C, D, and E, because they're afraid of the public pushback.
Yeah, but put on your big boy pants. You join the public life.
It's interesting to think about that whole like chicken before the egg, like who really, stuff it out, who really causes somebody to be backed into the corner? Is it that person? Or is it the cancel culture that you're even afraid to voice your true opinion because you don't want to lose your livelihood? I just think that's interesting to entertain because I never thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with it, but it's interesting.
Want me to give you a perfect example that happened in real life, and I hope this person is watching. They definitely aren't. This happened. My wife got kind of caught up in this conversation, and she's like, "You're not vaccinated, right?" My wife's like, "No." You know what I mean? My wife is 100% double vaccinated.
She was afraid they would
She
judge
didn't
her.
want to get into that conversation.
Politics.
She didn't want to go there. She was at the pool. And now this person, like Jordan actually got COVID, and I was at the pool, and she's like, so your wife didn't get vaccinated, but you did? And I was like, now I got to keep up this lie? And I called Jordan. I'm like, did you not tell her the truth?
She just didn't want to get into politics.
She didn't want to deal with it. But that's what I'm saying about you're giving an answer saying, like, do you like Joe Biden? Again, example. Sure I do. Sure I do. I don't want to get into this whole thing.
But
avoid the dialogue.
But no offense to Jordan, that's not a responsibility of that platform. Wasn't in front of microphones in front of a million.
He's a football player, not a doctor.
He has a bigger profile. He's a bigger platform.
It's going to be a
bigger
very
responsibility.
short.
Okay.
2 minutes or less.
That happened with, I can't say it on here.
But I'm sure people have examples at home.
Welcome back to DBL. We have an update on the story we've been following about the Rust movie. The widower of the cinematographer, Helena Hutchins, who was shot and killed on set, will reportedly file a wrongful death lawsuit against multiple people. Also, lawyers for the armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, are suggesting someone may have purposefully sabotaged the film. Here's what they said on the Today Show.
Is that your theory of the case, that someone intentionally placed a live round into a box of dummies?
I believe that somebody who would do that would want to sabotage the set, want to prove a point, want to say that they're disgruntled, they're unhappy. And we know that people had already walked off the set the day before, and they had been, and they're unhappy.
Okay, Tori, I'm going to try,
That's ridiculous.
Is this they're kind of creating a defense?
Yeah, this is reasonable doubt, excuse me. They're trying to get one juror out there that maybe thinks perhaps this is possible. Don't take the leap from the idea that these people walked off for safety reasons, that someone's going to go and try to attempt murder. That is not okay, and it's a slap in the face to those that walked off and blew the whistle.
It might be a slap in the face, but it's a great defense strategy, because I think there are probably more people in this country that believe in at least one conspiracy theory than don't. So floating the idea of a conspiracy
jurors, right.
when somebody's brain is already kind of predisposed to, like, I believe in the JFK or I believe in the 9/11 or whatever conspiracy you may believe in. Some people believe in all of them. I think this is a great, because like you said, you just need one juror. And there's definitely one of the 12 that is a conspiracy person. So when they hear this, they're like, that could have happened. Somebody could have put a magic bullet and waited for Alec Baldwin. And
then how do you bring on real justice? I hate that. I hate that defense attorneys can just create whatever they want.
Well, you just need one person, and that's why people go for the jury.
It's not. Where are the ethics?
Your ethics are to get your client off.
Instead of trying to bring justice to the person that's not here today?
Yeah, you're not a cowboy walking into town, Sam. You're a defense lawyer that's trying to get your client off.
I would have been a dang good cowboy. Yeehaw. I would have
No, you'd be too worried about germs in the Old West.
That's not true.
Yes, you'd be wiping things down.
I can shoot a gun really well. Okay, that doesn't mean,
All right.
Stop it. Coming up on DBL, Maury Povich is here live.
Yes.
We're back in just 2 minutes.
Yes.
With all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website. So double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Oh boy. In the case of 4-month-old Kaylee Tyler, you are not the problem.
Wow, welcome back to DBL. He is a pop culture icon that has been serving up lie detectors and paternity tests and so much more at America's living rooms for 30 years. Can you believe it? In fact, The Maury Show is the longest running daytime television show in history, and we are lucky enough to spend some time today with Mr. Povich. There he is!
Thank you. Wow. Nice reception. Thank you.
You're welcome. We are all fans.
I get a better reception from you than I do my guests. That's good.
Well, listen, you have 9 million followers in social media. So not only are you owning broadcast, but you're also owning social. Even Kanye is rapping about you. You're everywhere. So what's the secret? Because I'm barely, slowly growing my social media. So how do you get continued popularity over generations? Tell us.
Well, you know, I think more than anything else, people on our show, I mean, it doesn't matter whether we condense, for instance, our segments into 4-minute segments, which we do, and throw them all on our social media platforms. But the thing is that you can get all of these stories involved in conflict and drama and lust and betrayal and all the great Shakespearean themes, and we can reduce them to the point where we've got a result. We're going to find out whether it's true or not.
There's
and
a
I think
payoff.
that's more than anything else what the audience enjoys.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's a true payoff.
Yep.
More, I'm going to just ask you a personal question here. Have you ever been offered money to do a birth announcement for somebody?
That's so good.
That's really smart.
That's
Well,
great
I've
idea.
had a lot of people, you know, to tell me, you know, can you please do a selfie with me and say I'm the father or I'm not the father? I get a lot of that.
If I had a kid on the way, I'd make you do it right now. But
Yeah.
you can always fall back
Yeah,
on that.
I mean, we live in New York City, you know, and if you walk down the street and a construction worker on a scaffolding looks down at me and says, "Hey, Murray, can you tell me I'm not the father?" I say, "Okay."
So, Maury, you also act too. You've been in a few daytime, or not daytime, primetime roles, but you play yourself. Is that something you want to get into more?
Well, I'll tell you about playing myself. Years and years ago, there was this young movie director who had this movie out called Jaws, and his name was Steven Spielberg, and I was doing a local show in Washington in the late 1960s, and he comes on the show and he looks at me and he says, "You have an interesting face. You ever thought about doing auditions?" And I said, "No, because I only got one act, and this is it. This is my only face. This is my only role."
This is it.
You could have been somebody, Maury.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
He turned down Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's a good party.
Well, no, well, at that point, Steven Spielberg hadn't been a big name, so, but didn't. All it took was one movie, right?
Yeah. John, na.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, we're moving on.
Sorry, Maury.
I have the hard question, Maury. You are beloved, but you also have some critics that claim the show exploits your guests in a way, and I would love for you to take the floor and say, what do you say to them?
Well, I mean, you know, most of my life, way back when I was doing a current affair, host of a current affair, which was this kind of edgy show, edgy tabloid news show, and critics have always seemed somehow to gravitate to me and like to criticize what I do, but it's very simple. Okay, we do these themes like paternity testing for a reason. We all know it's very easy. If you have a child and you have two parents in that child's life, he or she has a better chance for a future. If it's one parent, that child has less of a chance. And so if we can get guys, for instance, who deny being the fathers of their children, and they are proved to be the fathers on the show, that child's got a better chance. And better than that, I mean, to take it one step further, since we've been on the air so long, these stories now, these infants are teenagers. They are into college, and we find out whether the father is in the life of this child or not. And in many, many cases, I'm not going to say a majority, but in many, many cases, these fathers get into the lives of these children. In fact, the woman and the man end up together and have been together for 10 or 15 years. Wow. So I rest my hat. I hang my hat on that, and I rest my case.
I love it.
Well done.
said.
Yeah, and I hope this doesn't make me unprofessional. I just want to tell you how cool you look right now.
Yeah, the best.
He looks like he should be like
Matrix.
briefing me on like a Black Ops mission before I get on a Black Hawk helicopter.
Well, You all look much better. You all look much better than I do.
No, you
In fact,
look cool.
I'll tell you, most of my career, I was wearing that jacket and car.
Well, good for you. You're chilling now. And like, I've always wondered this, like, do you take a sneak peek at the paternity test before the big reveal? And like, which one, is there one that like really sticks out in your mind?
Well, first of all, it's a good question. The first time I was ever brought the theme of the show being paternity testing, and the producer is briefing me the way you're briefed before every show, and we're going through the story and everything, and she says, well, now the result, and I said, you know, I don't want to know the result. If I knew the result, that means I'd skew the questions. I don't want to know anything more than my guests know, my audience, my live audience, my at-home audience. I want to be an extension of them. I want to be able to ask questions that they would want to ask. And so that's how I feel that my job is to ask those questions anybody would want to ask, so that those big answers that I've given through the last 20-some years with these themes, you are the father, you are not. The inflection comes because I'm as excited with the result as anybody.
That makes sense.
And so, you know, I have no way of faking it. I mean, there's no fake news when it comes to me. And so when I read the result, I'm learning for the first time. And as far as the craziest paternity story we've ever had, woman comes on and accuses a guy of being the father of her twins. And I open up the result and I look at my staff. I said, is there something wrong here? I said, why? I said, he's the father of one, but not the other.
Whoa! And that's possible?
Scientifically
That'll
possible.
do it.
Wow. Oh, you have seen
fraternal twins.
You've seen
you have
it all.
a very socially active young lady within 48 hours or so. I mean, you can
Maury,
have
we are
two
on a hard
fathers, and it's
out.
$1 million to one shot. And,
we're about to go to commercial. We thank you so much for chatting with us.
Thank you, Maury.
Get ready
Gotta
for
come
more
back.
family
Thank you all.
drama
Good to see
on
you.
season 24 of The Maury Show.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maury.
Bye, Maury.
Right.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Flu season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, as sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction, unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low, whether we remove them off of the existence. I think that's, it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No! I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as guns. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. If you're leaving us, you can watch the second half of the show online. Watch on YouTube, dailyblastlive.com, or our DBL mobile app. But if you're sticking around, here is what's coming up. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian spotted together again. What other celebs are saying about the rumored romance. And a new dating show drops contestants through a trapdoor if they lose. Why the Squid Game of dating shows
Is there a host?
I watched this show 3 years.
Sally texted the Verified team asking if a fourth stimulus check has been approved. She shared links to multiple YouTube videos, including this one, posted November 1st from a channel with more than 400,000 subscribers that says, quote, "Big fourth stimulus checks passed," unquote. So let's verify. Has a fourth stimulus check been passed? We went to these sources for an answer. A spokesperson for the IRS told Verify that a fourth stimulus check has not been passed by Congress. The IRS and the U.S. Department of Treasury have information on their websites about how people can receive the 3 previous stimulus payments if they haven't already, and it makes no mention of a fourth payment. The previous 3 stimulus checks were part of a legislation that was passed by Congress. A list of laws passed by current Congress is listed online. A review of those laws show there is no additional legislation that includes stimulus payments. So we can verify, no, a fourth stimulus check has not been passed. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariane Till.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Oh my gosh.
Are you insane?
This is a sham. No.
No.
Y'all just stop.
Finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Al, Jeff, and Tori. Okay, we got to talk about Dakota Johnson because she is sounding off about our favorite topic here on DBL, cancel culture. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Dakota talked about whether some of her former co-stars who are now facing abuse allegations should get a second chance. Dakota was in Black Mass with Johnny Depp, and he was accused of abuse by his ex-wife Amber Heard. She was also in The Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf, who is being sued by a former girlfriend for emotional, mental, and physical abuse, and she was in the movie Wounds with Armie Hammer, who has been accused of sexual assault. Dakota said she never had any negative experiences with any of the actors, and she added, quote, "I do believe that people can change. I think there's definitely a major overcorrection happening, and I do believe that there's a way for the pendulum to find the middle. Cancel culture is such a bleeping downer. I hate that term." Well, you have an ally, Jeff.
Yes, and I think I have a lot of allies. You know what I mean? Again, people, this kind of goes back, if you watch the first half of the show, about what we were talking about with Aaron Rodgers. When you say cancel culture, okay, it's gotten globbed onto this giant thing. Of course, when Harvey Weinstein does something, he needs to go to jail. If these people beat a woman or sexually abuse a woman, they need to go to jail. Okay, that's not
and they
cancel
all
culture.
deny the allegations. I should just say that.
Absolutely. And again, I'm kind of generalizing. With anybody who's accused of something egregious, you need to pay the piper, okay? I'm for that. When you go in someone's past and you find something they said 20 years ago, or someone tapped you on the shoulder and it's nothing, and people bury you with these labels. I sit up here, I get buried with labels every day, which is why I'm not on social media anymore. I'm a Trumper, I'm white privileged, I'm racist, just throw a label on me.
I shouldn't have tweeted those things to you, I'm sorry. That was,
I knew it was you.
Yeah,
I knew
it was sleepy, it was late.
Oh, you were lazy. None of those
But
things.
thanks for bringing light to this, because it needs some levity, right? Because it's getting so serious that the pendulum needs to come back. And we need some levity, because you could ruin someone's career, not mine. You could ruin someone's life. If Johnny Depp is innocent, he's already taken a stain on his career. He's lost out on a big job. If it's not true, again, I'm not saying that. But you can't end people's lives. You can't say, hey, this guy from Jeopardy needs to be fired, and you listen to crazy people online, and that guy's fired. Whether he did it or not, the pendulum needs to come back.
But Tori would call it accountability culture.
It's the court of public opinion, though, and that's the weird thing is that the public changes their opinion quite often. Like when we look at somebody like Chris Brown, a young, talented person, came from a troubled background, had issues with domestic violence, let's leave it at that. He was able to be granted a comeback, which he is taking full advantage of. His career is blossoming as it ever was. Same with, I always forget the guy who plays Iron Man.
Robert Downey Jr.
He had a lot of problems with substance abuse.
Went to jail.
Yes, yeah, huge problems. He is now the face of Marvel. But the other people do not get that choice, and I don't understand why.
Right. Well, the problem is nobody uses discernment. We can use Robert Downey Jr. and say,
but he was a drug addict.
Right. But this is a guy, right? And we all look at addiction differently.
But I'm sure he did things while he was on drugs that were untoward.
But he's not accused of anything.
Well, at the same time, a lot of people, we all know.
For using drugs, not sexual abuse.
Right.
That's
and
the problem.
It's totally different, but we all know that addiction, especially 10, 20 years ago, definitely came with a stigma, unfortunately. So there were a lot of people that I'm sure did not want to work with Robert Downey Jr., that maybe thought ill of him because of his addiction, unfortunately, because we all talk about addiction on the show. We definitely have empathy for it. However, he had his road to redemption. And we respect people more that are able to call themselves out, get help, and become better people. But nobody has discernment anymore, Tori. How do we know this person deserves to be canceled because of X, Y, and Z, and then this person doesn't because this was 10 years ago and they've evolved? How do you
stop using the word canceled for both? That's what they want.
People do.
Right, but we're part of that media. We're part of that problem. Discernment means language. You don't cancel someone who has been abusive. You convict them. That's a much different subject and language, and it's important because I think people are using cancel culture to emphasize everything so that it means nothing, and they're winning. So I ask you at home, I ask us to be discerning when we say cancel.
But what were you discerning with Kevin Hart?
Kevin Hart, I say, is canceled. When I have someone who's maybe allegedly abusive, I don't use the word canceled. I use the word charged, and I use convicted.
But you say it means nothing, and I know we need to move on. You say it means nothing, and that's totally false. Because if you get enough crazy people online, and they attack you, Tori, when it comes for you, you're going to be singing a different song. And it comes for you, and it's not true. Your bosses don't have a choice but to let you go.
100%.
And if this show ends, you're not going to be able to feed your family because you won't be hireable in the future. You get stained with this.
Agreed, but I'm not defending cancel culture. I'm simply saying.
But you're saying it does nothing and it does everything.
You're right. I take that back then. You're absolutely right. The consequences are great, but I will simply say that using the correct language helps us divide into who should really be canceled and who should be behind bars.
Well, I hope everybody follows that suit because not everybody does, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian because they were spotted out again for dinner. So Kim was photographed arriving at an exclusive private members club in New York last night. Pete reportedly arrived separately, and as we mentioned, Kim and Pete went out to dinner in Staten Island on Tuesday. Neither have confirmed they are dating, but TMZ spoke to Chrissy Teigen and John Legend about why Kim might be attracted to Pete. Take a look. People boiling Pete Davidson down to just his humor. He seems like a kind guy. I mean, you know him.
Yeah,
what
but
do you think?
I think the question is everybody is saying, like, why would Kim go after a guy like this? But you look at all the supermodels that he's dated, I think that he is the prototype for a lot of women. I think you look at the magazine cover guy.
What do you think that is?
Because honestly, he looks like a work in progress, like a broken bird that you can build back up. You know, like he's had open struggles.
I find him attractive.
Yeah, because he looks like that. He's got tattoos everywhere, and you're like, I'm gonna fix this guy. I can do this. If somebody's already put to Jeff's no fun. He's already together and a good family man. That's boring.
I'm broken inside.
Yeah, see? You got to put it on the outside. Get a face tattoo.
Super kind, super self-deprecating, super romantic.
All of this is super played and is super for the press because Kourtney Kardashian is getting press from a skinny, tattooed rocker, and she wants to say, hold my beer.
No,
and she
you think so? You think this is all orchestrated to get back at her sister?
Why do you think they're hanging out all the time? Pete Davidson's best friend is Machine Gun Kelly, hanging out with Megan Fox, who hangs out, of course, with Travis and Kourtney.
You think this is a PR stunt?
You don't think
conspiracy theories?
It's Kardashians.
They're having sex.
You're wrong.
I bet it's good sex, too.
Wow. All right.
And we could go down that road, but we're out of time.
Coming up on DBL, you know him from Arrested Development. Tony Hale is here live talking about his roles on the big screen. There he is. Don't go away.
Closed captioning provided by.
And then be like, tell us, what can you tell us? Come on.
Cool.
And then we were going to ask him about, Tori, you're going to ask him, he's in Being the Ricardos, which comes out in December, with Nicole Kidman.
Excellent.
So you're going to ask him, you know, Nicole's not really known for her comedic
That's my take,
timing.
right. How was
So how did she do?
Excellent take.
And then, Al, you're going to ask
Hey, guys,
him.
what's your favorite Tony Hale movie or TV show? Veep? Arrested Development? He's in
so much coming out.
Hocus Pocus 2 too, Sam. Hocus Pocus 2. There's an update if you're watching an exclusive. Might be in a new Sex in the City. Do we might have a scene from it?
Jeff, you're gonna
So what's your favorite? Write it on YouTube or Twitter, but your favorite Tony Hale place. Mine's Buster Bluth.
Just
Okay,
kind
from
of a
Arrested.
fun, like,
I'm gonna have fun, 'cause
why
I'm-
are you always the bad guy in these live actions? Like, what's going on? He has a super fun.
He's the most, because I know him as Buster and Gary from Veep. So I'm gonna say like.
So like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I'll have fun
and
with
then Sam, the last one is. He grew up on Clifford. His
Did
dog,
you watch
he read
it?
He read it.
Yeah,
to his
I'm watching it
daughter.
right now.
So what was it like?
Like when I go to bed.
And we'll say it's coming out
Me too.
next
It's
week, and you'll
hilarious.
watch it.
I have nothing to watch. So
I'm not even telling you.
Sorry.
Yeah, Tori, like 9 days has like 100%.
I'm watching the one. I just watched the one where he went home back to his parents' house.
I have no idea.
It was like super
I just
hot
like
in
when I
Alabama.
read like
I
little
just watched
like,
that last night. It was so funny.
So great.
like little things about like what to watch. They say 9 days.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL. I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl, we want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay,
I know.
you mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day.
There's a 10-foot dog in Upper Manhattan.
That can't be real. We are offering a $25,000 reward for the capture of the big red dog.
People don't like things that are different.
Oh my gosh, Clifford! Next week, America's favorite big red dog is coming to the big screen, and today, one of the film's stars joins us live. He's the man who can make you laugh with just a look. From his role on Veep to Arrested Development, please welcome to the show, Tony Hale.
Man, you guys are on fire. I was listening to you before. It was very exciting listening to you guys.
Oh, clip that, clip it. Yeah. We'll be using that for our show's reel. Thank you so much, Tony Hale.
Great actor.
So you are a very busy man. Before we get into Clifford, let's talk about another film you are starring in, Hocus Pocus 2. And earlier this week, Sarah Jessica Parker
yeah.
released a teaser for the film. Let's take a look. That's all we get?
What a teaser. I know.
So you're going with the correct spelling. Is all we got, really.
Okay, but we have Tony Hale here. So, Tony, you got to give us some insider knowledge. What can you tell us about the film and the Sanderson sisters revival, even if it's just a little tidbit? Come on.
Oh, please. I go to work. I'm doing it in New York now, and then I go back to shooting up. We're shooting in Rhode Island. That's all I can. But it's like, I don't really know. They won't let me say anything, but it's it's a classic, so it's kind of cool to be. And actually, it was cool to work with Kathy Najimy because she was on Veep. If you watch the show, she was Mike McClintock's wife, and so it'd be fun really seeing her again. And my first job in New York in the late '90s was Sex and the City. I had a bit part. I was Tiger.
Oh, wow.
So
that's so cool.
Okay, sorry. Hey, brother. It's Tori here. I love you. I'm arrested. All right. So,
I love that.
Thank you. Next month, Being the Ricardos hits theaters, and you also are in that. You worked alongside Nicole Kidman as she played Lucille Ball. But I always said out loud on the show, Nicole wasn't known for her comedic, or isn't known for her comedic timing. So, how did she do for you?
I mean, I gotta say, the whole thing was very strong. I grew up on I Love Lucy. Right. You guys are all much younger than I am, but I grew up on that show, and this is a drama about the making of I Love Lucy, because there was a lot of chaos in Lucille Ball's life, like with Desi and the politics and being a woman at the time, in charge, a very strong leader, and trying to get her respect leading the show. And so there was a lot happening behind the scenes. So that's what Aaron Sorkin wanted to focus on. And I'm telling you guys, when I was doing it, watching her do Lucille and Javier Bardem do Desi, I'm just like, which one of these is not like the other? I am not supposed to be here. I don't know why they invited me to the party. Like, it was pretty crazy.
And Sorkin, can you imagine what a...
I can't wait.
Oh, God.
I know. And you told our producer that you haven't seen the movie yet. And full disclosure, you were talking to our producer at my house yesterday because we were doing a shoot there. And when she got off the phone, she was just so ecstatic. She was like, Tony's the greatest guy ever. And I was like, that's how I want people to be when they get off the phone with me.
Yeah.
So it's just, you're a great guy. We're happy to have you.
People don't say that about you, Al.
I just ask people to keep their expectations low.
Tony, did you hear my co-host dressed up like a zebra today in honor of your movie?
A zebra?
Yeah, you look like it's a zebra.
Okay, I'm sure Tony Hale loves my dress. Thank you very much.
Does she not look like a zebra, Tony?
A stunning gazelle.
All right, let's get back to business.
Yes.
Tony, you play the bad guy in Clifford, and you also play a bad guy in Alvin and the Chipmunks. I know you as Buster. I know you as Gary. I laugh at you. My kids are going to be scared of you, Gary. Why do you take these evil roles? Or Gary.
Yes! Mission accomplished. I tell you, I guess maybe it is because of Buster and Gary. I mean, I was just playing those defeated, emasculated characters. I think I needed something else just to get some kind of power, even though it's evil power. But it was really, it's such a fun movie, and I play a guy who's trying to get Clifford's power just to for profit. So I'm not a nice guy. But it was really
a bad guy.
How can you try and profit off Clifford, Tony?
Why wouldn't you? It's a huge red dog. Why don't you make some money?
I know.
Hey, Tony.
Do you know what though?
Yes.
You were when you guys were talking earlier about just everything in society. There's something in this movie because I grew up on Clifford, and there's this scene in the movie where Emily Elizabeth is holding a baby Clifford, and it's her love that makes Clifford grow, and that's kind of a part of how he got to be where he is. And it's like today, you guys were talking about cancel culture and online, people ripping people apart in judgment. That's not going to bring growth. That's not going to bring change. It's love and support and empathy and giving people the road to redemption. That's what's going to bring growth.
Well said.
I thought I couldn't love you anymore.
I know, Tony, you're always welcome at this table.
Well,
you've got quite the opinion.
No, I love
Come
it.
join us.
Yes, Sam will dress up like your favorite animal.
Hey, I'll join up up as Clifford. I'll do whatever he wants. Clifford is in theaters. Stop it right now. Clifford is in theaters next week on November 10th. Tony, thank you so much for joining us today. You are a real treat.
Oh, you guys are great.
Thank you. What a
Thank you for
pleasure.
thank you for having
We'll be
me.
waiting for you.
Kind of like a threat.
Yes.
Your insurance marketplace, Health Money.
With all of the retailers recommending that we shop early for Christmas, will they extend their return policy? Teresa, the Verified team checked with some of the top 10 retailers in the country. Our sources, spokespersons at Target, Costco, Walmart, and Best Buy, plus Amazon's online return policy. Let's start with Target. It's a yes. There is an extended holiday return policy, but it's only for electronics and entertainment items. If you bought the item between October 1st and December 25th and it's a non-Apple product, you have until January 24th to return it. If it is an Apple product, you have until January 9th. On to Costco. We'll put this in the unknown column. Their spokesperson told me no comment. And when the Verified team looked at their return policy online, there was no mention of extended holiday returns. Walmart is also a yes for most items. If you purchase between now and Christmas Day, your 90-day return window won't start until December 26th. Quick tip, Walmart.com does let other companies list items on their website, so double check the details link on the item page. Best Buy, also a yes. The spokesperson told me purchases made October 18th through January 2nd have an extended return period through January 16th. And finally, Amazon, another yes. Their website states most of the items purchased between October 1st and December 31st can be returned until January 31st, 2022. But remember, the online retail giant includes thousands of individual sellers and companies. Amazon says most of these sellers offer the same return policy as Amazon, but not all of them. So read the fine print on the item page. We can verify most of the top retailers are offering an extended holiday return policy.
Tomorrow on DBL.
I broke my neck, collapsed lung, had a severe brain injury.
A 6-time world champion skydiver's incredible story of surviving a plane crash that took the life of his little brother.
When I first woke up, the only memory I had was just having had a conversation with James.
That's tomorrow on DBL.
Wow. Well, it is that time of the week again. You're not going to believe the sweet, sweet deal Steph showed Tori. No longer Jeff anymore.
It's not Jeff. It's always been me.
Okay.
It's not doing as well.
It's fine.
All right. So Steph showed Tori this week from our friends at Morning Save all the good products. It's the perfect time to start holiday shopping. You don't want to miss this.
All right, what do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and even better deals, and I can't wait to share them with you. So first up, we've got the Adoro Surge Shelf Series Surge Protector with 6 outlets and 3 USB ports. So you'll get 1 charger available in black and white, and this can charge a whopping 9 power-hungry devices at once, making it super convenient for you and your family to charge simultaneously, so there's no more fighting over a charger like this. So it's small, it's compact, it's perfect for traveling, and it's also got a phone stand where you can place your phone whilst it charges.
Oh, that's so smart.
So handy.
So smart.
So normally these are $60.
Okay.
But right now, Tori, they're only $19, which means our viewers save up to 68%.
Plug in the savings.
Now, Tori, you can never have enough knives in your kitchen, and we've got Cook with Colour 5-piece knife set with, look at this, a sharpener.
Yes.
So this deal includes 5 knives with matching blade covers, very chic, and this very snazzy knife sharpener. And you can choose whether it comes in blue, grey, or teal. And these knives are not only fashionable, but they are sturdy and super easy to clean. Look how sleek that is. So normally these are as much as $55. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's only $24 now. saving up to 56%.
Cut me off some money with those knives.
Oh my gosh, I'm not joking. When the turkey needs carving, you've got all your gear here, your carrots, you're peeling your potatoes, you're doing whatever you do in the kitchen because I don't cook. But this is the gift set that the chef in the house who will be feeding the family needs.
Brilliant price, guys, brilliant.
Now, we've got miscellaneous pots and pans just lying around, but how nice would a beautiful red set be?
Yes.
Well, we've got the Osta Cucina Jacinto aluminum non-stick red speckle 9-piece cookware set. So this deal includes a 4-quart Dutch oven with a lid, 2-quart saucepan with a lid, 1-quart saucepan with a lid, 10-inch frying pan, 11-inch square griddle pan, and my favorite, a 1.95 quart milk pot.
Whoa!
So this heavy-duty construction provides fast and even heating to your food, and the long-lasting non-stick surfaces will resist scratches, stains, and chipping. And let's be honest, how fun is this pop of red for your kitchen?
Amazing. Unbelievable.
Gorgeous.
I love this.
So normally it's as much as $129.
Yep.
We've got all of this for $59, which saves our viewers 54%.
You would be the boss of Hanukkah, Christmas, or Kwanzaa if you showed up and you're like, here you go, gourmet kitchen.
And then last but certainly not least, we've got the Hybrid Light Hex Bluetooth speaker, lantern, power bank, and radio all in one. Can you believe it?
Whoa.
All of that's in here. So you get one speaker with a charger. It's got a Bluetooth speaker that also functions as a lantern, flashlight, radio, and SD card reader.
What?
All in here. And normally these are $70. We've got it for only $25, saving our viewers 64%. This is a really great gift for any camping lovers in your life.
Yeah, just stick it in your car just in case. You know what I mean? Guys, head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Steph, as always, thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Flu season is getting underway, and doctors expect to see more cases compared to last year when pandemic protections helped limit its spread. But a viral tweet with more than 100,000 likes claims we'll see at least 2 fewer strains of flu because they've gone extinct. So let's verify. Have 2 strains of flu become extinct since the pandemic began? Our sources are the CDC, a study published in the journal Nature Reviews, a pulmonologist at Providence Mission Hospital, and a critical care doctor at Johns Hopkins Medicine. The 2020 flu season was one for the record books because it was unusually low in the U.S.
I don't think I took care of a single flu case last year.
Doctors believe mask use and social distancing because of the pandemic resulted in fewer flu cases. But not all flu strains are the same. The flu is a bit of a catch-all name for a family of viruses that has several subtypes and lineages. Public health officials around the world track the different variants using a shared database. Although the Post claims 2 strains of flu are extinct, the study they referenced focused only on one lineage of flu, influenza B Yamagata. Researchers noticed there were no Yamagata cases since May of 2020, leading them to question if that means the strain was eradicated.
But we don't know if they just haven't been prevalent because there's not as much flu around the world right now.
Even the authors of the study wrote, quote, "As sampling and sequencing is not comprehensive, it is difficult to distinguish with certainty between lack of detection and true extinction," unquote. So there isn't enough evidence that 2 strains of flu are extinct because researchers say they need more data to definitively make that conclusion. The original person who tweeted the claim later clarified it will take time to know for sure because some flu strains can go dormant and later reappear or create new offshoots, which is why we have annual flu shots.
I never like to say never as a physician and scientist. I do think we can keep those numbers incredibly low, whether we remove them off of the existence. I think that's it's hard to prove.
With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
This November, don't miss a minute of DBL.
I cannot wait.
You want to play it safe? Nah, girl. We want to know.
You don't feel like that's a little bit weird?
No. I got to agree with Tori here.
Hey, stop. I don't want to hear it.
Here's how I feel. Okay, stop.
I know.
You mean like hooligans?
Is the hooligan problem under control?
There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm talking about.
We're off to a good start. DBL is always all new every day. On DBL, David Copperfield brings the magic. Legendary actor Vincent D'Onofrio talks Tammy Faye and Sandra Bullock. John Schneider reminisces about his Dukes days, and that's just the start. Marie Osmond, Debbie Gibson, Alfonso Ribeiro, Carrie Ann Inaba, and many more. It's all happening this November on DBL. I am so excited.
Dukes of Hazzard.
What's wrong?
Me and Tori are bickering about everything. Would you say his Duke days or Duke's days?
His Dukes days.
Right.
No, his Duke days.
His Duke days.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard.
It was the one day.
His Duke days.
No, but he had two.
It was a singular
more than one
event, that
Duke,
show.
wasn't it?
But we're talking about one day.
Yeah.
It's his Duke day.
Oh my gosh.
This is what we talk about in the break.
I know.
That's why we keep it in the break.
Comments, but we have to debate
And on air.
Duke versus Dukes. DBL's new every day. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye, guys.